Yo, welcome back to Winter Showdown 8 GranBlue Fantasy Versus. I'm Minimat.
And I am Crackin Atkins here in Colorado, Akihabara Arcade, Westminster to be exact. Really excited to be here. First time here. I've never been to a Winter Showdown before, but like saw this on Smash GG, and I was like, that looks pretty sick. I'm just super happy to be here, especially for some GranBlue Fantasy Versus action.
Definitely, this is hype. It's so exciting to be at a live event.
Right.
It's been so long since stuff has been running. It's just so hyped to see live tournaments, especially for GranBlue, a game that has been having a little bit of trouble in the land of net play without the mythical rollback netcode. Yeah,
I mean, you look at like the cards that this game was dealt on release, just a lot of hype, a lot of build-up, everybody from all these different communities trying it out. These offline tournaments were like, the future of the game looks great, and then the pandemic was like, well, what if?
It got a real bad break, but the GranBlue scene has been keeping things alive. It is hard to think of a scene that is as dedicated about their game as GranBlue these days. They work so hard to keep the game running, and it's exciting to see events popping up all over the place at Frosty Faustings, at a CEO before that, here at Winter Showdown 8. And, you know, we have some serious competitors here in the bracket.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's a dedicated community. And, you know, you mentioned a couple of tournaments, Frosty Faustings, and CEO, you know, some of the people that were there are here. Like, some people that made top 8 are here as well, you know, in the form of, like, Zombmu and Shuaboo, just, like, really high-level competition. So, like, if you're looking at this bracket, you know, if you're thinking that it might be on the lower end, it's a small but mighty bracket. Like, really, really high-level competition here tonight.
Concentrated power levels in GranBlue. Frozen concentrated orange juice of a tournament.
Delicious.
So a lot on player 1 playing Jita. And
Plastic Mac on player 2 rocking the UL.
UL, yeah. Both of these characters are, well, I don't know, like, specifically anymore in this match. UL kind of like a pressure monster in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
This character has a lot of tricks. You know, Jita, the better Gran at the moment.
Unfortunately.
A Shodo. But Gran is like a Shodo with, you know, plain noodles without the sauce right now. Rest in peace, Boot.
Right.
Jita is like the Gran with sauce.
Basically, yeah, like between the two of them, the thing that Gran has in his favor at the moment is definitely damage. Like Gran's damage output, if there's anything that hasn't changed over years, it's still top notch. It's just as far as like the neutral tools and previous game plan for Season 1 and everything, yeah.
If he clips you with a button at the right range near the corner for EX Boot to get the correct wall bounce,
oh yeah, you
might just be dead.
Yes.
Believe in victory.
Here we go. First match to win a showdown. Alaude versus Plastic Mac.
Spot dodge.
You can see them both kind of filling each other out. Okay, really filling things out. As we go to a pause, the button is wrong. What happened?
Feeling out their buttons.
Yeah, I mean, like, so not for nothing, I did feel like the range that match is going to play at is going to be within that range for a lot anyways. Like, Jita is going to be wanting to keep out UL from getting up close just because of how you were saying her oppressive rushdown game and like her kind of like mix-up that she's able to implement.
You don't want to be blocking that character if you can avoid it.
Not at all. And she's so I really like what they did with UL in this game. Like the way that she constructs pressure is in a way that I feel is like kind of unique to where she has like auto dodge properties on her stance and everything. Really good ways to get plus frames through like charging up her stance normals and everything. It's a really interesting design.
Yeah, she's a very stylish character too.
Yeah.
One thing they did really well in GranBlue Versus is they took a lot of the stuff from the mobile game and really brought it to life in a very, very cinematic way.
Right. Oh my God.
So as it turns out, the issue was that the language was set to what they weren't used to. It was in Japanese, and both of them kind of got shook.
Disgusting. I'm a fan of English voices, but each their own.
No, this is a tournament. You got to be ready at all times. The players agreeing to restart it. Everyone's happy. We're getting in here now.
Here we go.
Catches the ankles, and here it is, that UL pressure.
Yeah, Plastic Mac slowly but surely has been working on taking a lot to the corner. Now getting the fantastic confirm off the far end. Okay, yeah, gonna be a restand setup, time to move low. Like, you gotta be so careful when she's in the stance in that way. Like, at least Gina can challenge with the EXDP, but even then, like, it's calling that out as well. She's so threatening.
It's commitment. Like, it's the GranBlue classic of sitting outside of the character's most effective button ranges, you know, dancing back and forth, daring them to make the mistake. But UL gets to do that while in a stance with some, like, very, very specifically strong options.
Right.
It's a tough situation, but Gina does have the tools. So we'll see how this matchup evolves as the set goes on.
Yeah, definitely a classic matchup for first round. You know, something that I was going to mention is going to be up to Alaude to kind of find those counter poke ranges. We see a very nice counter poke into the EX Rex to push classic match into the corner now. Oh,
nice delay.
Yeah, it's the air stall techniques, messing up your anti-airs all day.
Classic Mac is doing such a good job of just doing that 2 character length away shimmy.
Yeah, we do see the EXDP challenge to get out of pressure, get out of dodge in the corner, but a beautiful EX backward step to escape the throw.
Big reward. Getting the corner back, life lead. 100% meter on both sides, and low enough life that one good hit could just kill if the super comes out. And there it is, Skybound, Super Skybound is active.
Oh my gosh, I know third strike is in the back. I didn't know we were doing one hit confirmed here as well.
The GranBlue Classic. Give him that 45-year grind. All the eternal weapons.
Let's go. Gina the Well over here, cashing out with a round.
Played mobile GranBlue for the last 7 years. She spent 700 real-life dollars on that super.
Ballin'. Well, I mean, that was the exact time to spend the cash, because, I mean, off that one-hit confirm, there's really no other way to kill, so fantastic guys there from Alaude.
Super good stuff. Even up the rounds at 1-1.
Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, going for another one of those big jump-ins, and the air stall is just catching a lot off guard each and every time. You know, you have the choice of sometimes committing to the EXDP as like a fail-safe option, so like, no, I'm going to anti-air you, no matter if you air stall or not, but Alaude not committing to that quite yet.
Ooh, good stuff, catching him.
Oh, but this is the last of the rest, but it's okay. Classic back caught off guard. Hopefully, Punishment isn't death in very dangerous territory here. Decides to TP out.
Oh, scary stuff. And this will kill.
Yeah, just caught out the with the counter poke there from Alaude yet again. Alaude getting a little bit more comfortable in the like close range game and not letting Plastic Mac, because Plastic Mac is even a little bit of gap in the pressure with how they like go in and out of stance. So Alaude doing a lot of challenging, getting rewarded for those challenges accordingly.
Yeah, Plastic Mac is gonna have to make a quick adaptation, restructure their pressure a little bit. The last thing you want to do is have predictable counter poke situations, especially in a game like this.
Yeah, definitely. Not for nothing though, Plastic Mac has been doing a lot of work so far. 5M, I know that button was nerfed. Like, it used to be a meme button when Euro first came out, but still getting a lot of mileage with it. Beautiful corner conversion.
Catches the ankles, very low life on Alaude right now.
All right, a whiff punish to fight her way out, Gina. Oh my gosh, that's the second time that we've seen the EX step back evading the throw. I think that's only throw invul and projectile if I'm not mistaken, so really kind of betting it all, because there's a strike there. You know, a lot's going to be guaranteed, so good read there for Plastic Mac.
It seems like they have the read.
Yeah.
Just the exact right time. Oop. So many stressful nail-biter moments here at neutral.
Yes.
Here we are. Plastic Mac saying, no, I do not want to be in this corner. Alaude saying, too bad.
Yeah, this is your home now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, what are you willing to make to try to get out?
Oh, what a drop. This is so huge. Nice micro walk to take the corner. And this is big. Plastic Mac is at the exact right life total to be able to use Super Skybound here, so 1 or 2 touches is going to just do so much damage.
Yeah, you got to imagine just from being at the brink of death, Plastic Mac is looking for a way to snowball here. Can't really afford to make any mistakes. Like, they're supposed to keep this corner positioning. He's trying to pierce up those far side M's. I'm sure that each of them was guaranteed to an SSDA. Not quite dead. Magic pixels for Plastic Mac.
Ooh, the dodge was just not quite plus enough to be able to hit back. Plastic Mac at the 2-chip range, and now it's the 1 hit. I respect it. They walk forward a bit. They recognize the threat of being chipped out. It's stressful when you get down to that range in this game.
Oh, yeah. Whew. Okay, yeah. Plastic Mac trying to shake it off here. Alaude is up 1.
Alaude currently up around here, trying to kind of, surely not to refresh my own memory, but just for stream chat, is this a 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5 here?
Should be. Well, usually 2 out of 3 until top 3, but
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, I already knew, of course.
Yeah.
This was just for the benefit of stream chat, after all. Meanwhile, while I flounder with my words, we get a nice super conversion. Not quite enough to kill, but that's going to do it.
All right, Plastic Mac bringing it back. And so the first initial issue we saw of Plastic Mac on the UL was leaving too much gaps in their stance changes and everything. We're seeing a lot more just footsie-based gameplay from Plastic Mac, which is like, maybe it's one of a win condition UL has. You know, it's not necessarily the messy, guessy, like stance change mix-up game, but it's working out great. Like I said, they used that far 5 in as if it was never nerfed. Like,
yeah, it's a really good adaptation here. Like, you know, kind of the check to see, is this an opponent who I can just do stance stuff at over and over until I win? And having recognized that that's not true, they've adjusted their gameplay in a really nice way.
Yeah, almost had a huge catch out with that 4-5 and whip punish. Unfortunately, 2 hits, not enough to hit confirm, but Plastic Mac maintain this corner positioning. But another, man, those 4-5 and counter pokes for EX have been money for Alaude.
It will work.
Okay.
Oh, what a conversion!
There it is. Yeah, had a chance for that.
Summon the girlfriend, let's go.
Indeed, my waifu has a waifu. Let's go.
And this is set point. Plastic Mac.
Yes. Uh-oh.
No license. This is unlicensed GranBlue.
All right, one of these two will need to have a license to kill, though. Hopefully within 15 minutes.
Oh, no. Just out of range to grab. The whip grab put them in range to get hit by Jita's grab. The saddest story you've ever heard.
Oh my gosh, man, I just can't help scratching it enough because it's been utilized so well. The 4-5 in there from UL, but yeah, not getting a knockdown a lot. Oh my God.
Again, they've gotten so much mileage off of super jump, dive kick to delay. Can they kill off of this? I think so, right?
It's gonna be tight. That'll do it. Yes, Plastic Mac able to get the 2-1 victory over Alaude. I think he didn't even recognize it there. It was like, yo, I won? But yeah, no, solid stuff to Plastic Mac. There's just, you know, multiple things that kind of came into their favor there. We were talking about the jump stall. I don't think there was a single time that was anti-air.
Yeah, it worked every single time. They had just, I liked that they spaced it out enough so that their opponent never quite got used to it.
Right.
And when you have something that works, and it's something like that that's not like super high reward, you don't want to do it too much because, you know, you're not going to kill them with it. But you want it there to just, if you need to cheese neutral or just, I know this works and I do not want to be in a situation. They saved it perfectly just for every single time that they needed it. It was very, very clean. Yeah. That was a 6 set.
Beautiful stuff. Well, I actually will be right back because I'm not only commentating this tournament, I'm in this tournament. I got to go play a stream match. So.
Good luck.
Thank you, thank you.
I believe. It's me now. I'm driving the car. Crackin Atkins and Odo stream match. I want to talk a little bit more about Akihabara Arcade right now while I have the chance. Westminster, Colorado Arcade. Super, super cool place. The owner, Brandon, has been supporting the fighting game scene forever at this point. Like, real big into supporting the scene. Has basically knocked down a wall in order to get us more space to play, and is about to knock down a wall again. Like, we love this place here in Colorado. It's super exciting to be here. If you're ever around, come and hang out. You'll have a good time. What is up?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good.
It's going great.
How was your Winter Showdown 8 experience so far?
This is my first tournament in Colorado.
Oh, how you liking it?
Loving it so far, you know?
Hell yeah.
First tournament since CEO. People have been telling me to come by, and I've had a chance to come by, so I'm loving it.
Yes, thanks for swinging by. How you feeling about this GranBlue bracket so far?
It's been pretty insane. I mean, only a few matches. You know, we have some big names. You know, ChrisG, Shuaboo, just, you know, match one immediately, you know? Insane, you know, being able to see this top-level play immediately after, you know, lockdown, things like that, seeing this game thrive is always exciting. Yes, I do. Kerzy Q. Lowercase Kerzy, capital Q.
Yes, Twitter enabled. I know. Yeah. I believe we have our next match coming up here real quick. Getting straight back into it.
Character select.
Yeah. Crackin Atkins, who was just on the mic a second ago, and Rowlett. Heading up to play Ran versus Catalina. It's like we never left season 1.
Right, you know, Battle of the Shodos.
But we're leaving it now.
Right, I know.
Never mind, we're not. It's Percival. Is it?
Lancelot.
Oh.
Vasaraga. Soraves. Lowain. Gran. Lancelot.
We have some character select tech going on.
Yeah, the true Lunalu main.
Trying. This is like the FGC Twitter.
Gran.
You know that Twitter account, like Make Up a Guy? Like player who fishes for their actual main on Lunalu just to have her on the screen at all times.
Right, yeah. But we are going to see Percival, so Percival, very powerful character.
Percival,
since beginning, you know.
Super, super cool character.
Percival.
His command grab is such a threat in this game.
Oh, absolutely. The fact that, you know, he can get a full combo off of it in the corner, let alone if he has his stacks up, it's very scary.
And in a game where a lot of the time people are looking just to red tech the grab,
Battle 1. Engage.
you can't do that against Percival. Like, you have to interact with the grab. Rowlett. Out here with the Lunalu tech. Oh, is this a button check?
Yeah, it is.
I've been tricked. I've been fooled.
Okay, so maybe we won't see Percival. Maybe we'll see something.
I thought she really was fishing for her main.
Right.
That would be so OD, though. I hope she does.
Character select.
I hope that's the actual tech.
Maybe they just want
Avatar
Percival, they
Valiant.
just want Lunalu in the background.
Festiva. Uno. Festiva. Eustace. Fairy. Percival.
Now we're going Percival. Fishing.
Zeta.
Yo, let's go.
Cagliostro. UL. Cagliostro.
We have the Lunalu mirror. Crackin Atkins
Doesn't want to
decided.
waste too much time.
Percival.
Okay.
What is this meta? I've never been mixed up at character select so much.
They didn't want any RNG in the fighting game.
Get this gacha out of my gacha game.
Auguste.
They should have really made GranBlue like the ultimate gacha experience where you have to roll for your character every time.
That would be terrible. I mean, that would be fun, but also I probably would never have gotten to this game. I'd be 2 months in, not have a main. I'm like, man.
Yeah, this sucks.
Time to drop $50 for a character.
Why are the S tiers a 1%? So how do you feel about this matchup in general?
I feel that if Crackin Atkins is able to keep that 2M, 2M to fireball, keep Rowlett away, make sure that she doesn't get her stacks up for free, which is a big thing about Percival's game plan, getting his stacks up and just pressure, being able to react to his command dash, anticipating what's going to happen and what he's going to do.
She definitely has the buttons at the right ranges to kind of keep him a little more honest about doing that sort of stuff. Right. Rowlett has gotten her 3 sigils, and it's time to get the party started.
And Percival, corner, not the situation you want to be in.
No. Plus range are only real if you believe them to be. Good jump out.
And like that, we went corner to corner almost. But kind of what Alaude wants in the matchup, not giving Percival any space to breathe.
Ooh, this is going to do a lot.
And that's going to kill us.
Barely not enough, but this is a really good position for Crackin Atkins. A little out of the range where a small combo into SSBA will kill. So they have, at very least, a couple hits to play with their life advantage. Ooh, that was very clean.
Didn't exactly work out. And there it is. See, reaction to the command dash into the regular throw.
So stressful. Good block. Both players at such little life. Any tiny clip might be it for either player.
Now let's be careful for chip damage at this point.
There
And
it
we get
is.
the DP.
EX DP anti-air. Taking the first round, Crackin,
Player
Atkins.
2. Battle 2. Engage.
Back in the command dash. Not letting them get in for free.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta say no. 4 marks, 3 marks. Percival going in with Power of Flames. Uh-oh.
Not what you want. Percival had all 5 stacks.
Ooh, big damage there.
And some excitement. Plus,
That grab. Nice conversion.
and there it is.
Gunk. That
Yeah.
move does so much damage.
Low, exactly. Beam plus. Like the perfect move for Percival
3.
at this point.
Engage.
Such a satisfying move, too. Nice anti-air. Reversal, not wanting to be stuck in the corner against Percival again. Crackin Atkins remembers how that went last time. Patience here.
Good anti-air in the. Pick it up.
But does get the grab, gets continued pressure. Both players now have super on deck. Alright, Percival has SSBA. Scary stuff for both players. Nice spot dodge.
Yeah, using the jump shoot. Delay jump in timing. Catches a lot of 2H's.
This is so stressful. One errant poke button with a
no
super
confirm.
buffered in. Oh no. That was the situation. That could have been it.
Get the stack up. Careful here.
Patience. Crackin Atkins not wanting to bite on that delayed dive.
Oh, good roll.
We're back to neutral here. Both players just need one good read.
Both spinning EX. And bring it raw.
Wow, we're back to Persona. Oh, that was neutral like that. Where
Neutral.
both characters have
Yeah,
such good
both.
options and one-hit kills.
Exactly. They're not letting each other get these big hits, not letting each other get these big starters. Here, footsie.
Fear of the footsies. Nice conversion off that counter hit.
Corner again. Scary. Jumps to command dash.
Oh, that does so much. Every time I see it, I'll never get used to it.
Again, one touch away from both characters. Both have super sidebound.
Good block on the empty low. Go forward. Gonna get some.
Oh, it's gonna hit.
That was so good.
Down.
Good reaction.
Really, really good. Recognize the situation where they were just so close to chip death that,
Battle 2.
you know, they kind of had to read, okay, Rowlett wants to make me block a couple fireballs and then put me in a situation.
Right.
And Crackin Atkins was just ready for the very first one to respond to that super.
And plus, it was EX, so you did have a better visual feel of when it was coming.
Such good stuff. Oh, they might be one hit away from taking the set here.
And they decided to go for the throw, and that is it. 2-0, Crackin Atkins.
Yeah, that was, you know, that first game was just so close.
Oh, yeah,
A set
absolutely.
that's that close, the first player to make like a really big adaptation sometimes can just snowball till the end, right?
Oh, absolutely. You could see it in that second game. You know, they just had such a good, like, commanding offense, being able to just not really care about Percival's command dash, and then as well as just going in with their own pressure. Just saw it, and at this point, you know, game.
That was still a very sick set from both players.
Right, absolutely. I mean, great neutral from both of them. You know, it wasn't one-sided the whole time. It was very even.
Definitely. This game is just very hyped to watch.
Oh, absolutely. Completely underrated game. If only more people played it, you know.
Every day I wake up and I pray for GranBlue to get rollback. the GranBlue players.
I'm waiting for the tweet. I'm waiting for the tweet. It'll be like, GranBlue has rollback, and I know, like, this game's finally back.
GranBlue players have stayed so strong and believed for so long. And nobody deserves it more than the GranBlue players right now.
I feel it's coming. It's going to come very soon. I mean, every game is getting rollback. I feel like GranBlue's the next one.
I believe.
Yeah.
I believe.
All right, well, I am up. So
good luck in your match.
Sure.
Did I just hear Zombie on stream? Jeff making an appearance? Fabled Cagliostro main Jeffrey here to cause some mischief in Colorado. Nice match.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
That reaction to the fireball to super through it was so sick.
Yeah, thanks. It was like, I definitely thought I was just like super dead. I was just like, unless she commits, and I was just like, oh wow, okay. But
we were talking about, but like that's the kind of situation where, you know, you're at 2% life, and the 2%'s important because you know that the opponent wants to fireball to get you to 1% life to chip you.
Yeah.
And that's when you look for the fireball to super. That was very clean.
Thank you, thank you. No, it was a fun match. I don't fight Percival very often, but tried my best.
The character select mix-up with Lunalu was mind-boggling.
So she had like committed.
She got it in like 3 tries both times. That's so crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know that's what she was doing at first until she did it. I was just like, oh my god, you're nut. We could have been here for like an hour.
But she got it like instantly. That's the gacha power.
For real. Like SSRs all day. You got to be kidding me. I wish I had that type of luck.
Man, I'm just sitting here thinking like, when do the free rolls start? We're so close to the 8th birthday.
We're close. Roulette spin, maybe.
Give me more roulette. It feels like just yesterday was December.
Yeah.
Now it's March. Time means nothing anymore.
For real, we're like, I mean, I don't mean to be one of those guys, but we're almost a third through 2022. Like it's almost
wild.
It's almost a quarter over. Like
2022 is coming at us fast.
Yeah. It's time waits for no one, you know. I do know on this next set, so it's Zombmu coming up. Who are they fighting? Plastic Mac. Okay, so the UL that we saw earlier. Okay.
UL versus probably Cagliostro. I do know that Jeff played UL for a period, but Jeff's like played everybody.
Yeah, at this point, you know, Zombmu has like really explored the entirety of the cast, just what they have to offer. I think that's how they landed on Cagliostro in the first place. But just saying like this character is underutilized, like there's not a lot of like presence for her in the scene. Let me show what she can do, and then kind of stumbling upon, oh, she's and my main now, cool. Like
yeah, I talked to him about this a couple times, and what he usually says is that like he's thought this character has been like kind of low-key cracked for a while, and then they buffed her a lot.
Yes.
And made the traps like you can't just do the things that you want to do and have it also clear a trap. You have to do things that clear a trap and you kind of want to be doing, which sounds the same, but like there's a huge world of difference.
Right.
Like it is the difference between doing just the stuff that your character wants to be doing at all times anyway, and most of it clears a trap, to I got to make some suboptimal choices or else I might get just walled out and anti-aired.
Yeah.
And that gives, you know, that gives the Cagliostro character the space to kind of play that zoning game, to get their rock set up a little bit more, to get in range for that far heavy, and it makes a world of difference.
Yeah, definitely. You know, in every sense of the word, like, Cagliostro is definitely a menace at the moment. In terms of this matchup specifically, it is going to be interesting. Like, the one aspect of the previous match, we were talking about the UL jump stall. That's really useful in this matchup as well, especially since Cagliostro doesn't have a DP. So, although her 2H is fantastic on counter hit, you get loads and loads of damage and set of potential. If Plastic Match is able to utilize that strategy as a term to gap close against Zombmu, could be useful, but Zombmu always has a counterplay for counterplay, so. Right now, Zombmu taking the fight Plastic back.
Immediately taking the corner, getting that hit. I wonder if there's a strange setup coming with that trap back there. Now we will never know.
Yeah, no, gone forever.
It's the red tech. Something that Zombmu is consistently very, very good at among just a lot of games. He's really good at stuff like decking grabs, fuzzy matching like every single time, getting the reaction anti-air every single time. One of the things that defines Zombmu's play, at least to me, is that in the situations, like stuff like that, in the situations to have the super on deck or to fuzzy mash or to get the tech, most players will do it like a lot of the time, and great players will do it most of the time. But Zombmu uniquely just seems to always be ready to do that sort of stuff every single time. And it can become like very oppressive to play against when it feels like this player just seems to have the right read in every situation.
I gotta say, like with you talking, it looks like poetry in motion right now. It does seem like a whole bunch of avalanche of actions that are just all coming out of Zombmu.
So much.
Working on a perfect here, if I'm not mistaken, and there it is. Snaps her fingers, winks at the camera. She's going up one game, Cagliostro.
Cagliostro is so rude.
Yes. Part of her appeal, like, you know, she has that split personality thing going on.
She has like 14 SSRs. She knows she's never going to get fired from GranBlue. She knows how much money she makes.
For real. Oh my gosh, yeah, went for a GP, wasn't quite at the right timing there. Okay, yeah, so we see the first iteration of a plastic going for that airsoft technique. Zombmu just chose the block. That catches? Uh-oh.
Big conversion. Teleport in place, good block.
Ooh, okay, so the first one is clean, but the second one's still acting as a bit of an Uki.
Again, that nice little stagger string off the trap.
I'm wondering if that's supposed to be SDA, actually. Either way. Zombmu just working on one secret hit needed, and there it is.
There
the far heavy. One of the most generous hit confirmable normals in the game due to its multi-hit nature. It just covers good range as it is. This is a fantastic button.
It gets the 3 hits even at like the max tip. A lot of moves like that in a lot of games will get like, it'll maybe lose hits at the max range.
Right.
Cagliostro just always seems to get all 3. And that's very, very good, like you said, for hit confirms, for making sure you get the amount of hits you're expecting every single time.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, it just feels like it's been, there's a couple of pot shots that Plastic Smash has been able to take here, but it feels like it's really hard for Plastic Smash to get their pacing of game going. Like, finding any type of game plan that is sustainable to culminate into a win. Then, I mean, on the opposite end, Zombmu, as soon as that Cagliostro gets started, it's a wrap, as they're going to be able to take it with the clean 2-0.
Yeah, and like, that's kind of what we were talking about, getting the game plan started. Jeff is the type of player where you do not get to do fake stuff.
Right.
If it's a situation where a fuzzy mash beats it, he's just ready to do it. Like, yeah, always. And this is just true of how he plays in like every game. He's very, very good at enforcing that sort of stuff, making you play like very, very real, not allowing comebacks off of weird scramble situations. His consistency is just key to his like ongoing success in GranBlue. We've seen him in grand finals of like every tournament for so long at this point.
Definitely. I mean, like a phenomenal player that Zombmu is, and I mean, even beyond grand finals, he could just straight up say winning like a whole bunch of tournaments throughout the past year or so on this crazy streak. And but yeah, just like it definitely carries over to like the measure of Zombmu's success isn't just all placed on Cagliostro. It's definitely, as you said, measures of strength as a player as well, because it definitely shines through in his gameplay.
He's definitely one of the players to beat here.
Oh yeah, I would say so.
Zombie, Shuaboo, and ChrisG, I think, are a lot of people's favorites.
Yeah, ChrisG was over on my neck of the woods, so I'm from Southern California. He came out to Festival of Fights, which was a little mini major that we had over there, and I was surprised to see him sign up, but he ended up going super far. I'm pretty sure he got a top 4, if I wasn't mistaken. At first he was playing Percival, but then he switched to Jita, and we aptly named it Chris Jita. Yeah, it's definitely Chris Jita right there. So
ChrisG is just one of those players who's so good at fighting games.
Yes.
They can just kind of pick up anything.
Yeah, if you see him in a bracket, it's like you can't count him out. Like.
We have a Kerzy player 2 with Loane versus CrookedTricking. Colorado Tio, he's behind the scenes just making everything work here at all of our tournaments.
Amazing stuff. Yeah, I got to play against Kerzy a little bit earlier in some casuals. They're rocking the Eustace.
This character's cool.
Yeah, this character's really cool. I think it's really a shame that he's underutilized and like not too many people actually represent the character, because like he's had some good buffs and he's just a really fun character to watch. Like
he has like the closest thing in this game to Elfelt Pineberry, so I'm gonna like him, but just not very many people play him.
Yeah, it's definitely. I feel like it's a loyalist type of pick, and it's not because like he's weak. I think it's because like he's extremely niche. But in terms of like the setups, what this character is capable of, I've seen plenty of like combo videos, and just kind of like showcases of tech from like Spiral and D-Nice. And this character is like a very high skill ceiling, but a very exciting one at that.
Yeah, he puts the bomb on you, and you actually have to maybe hold a real mix-up.
Yes, potentially.
Which is rare in this game. This is a game that has like air quotes real mix-ups for most characters, air quotes real pressure for most characters. It's definitely a spacing and neutral heavy game.
Well, we asked for more Eustace. They're doing a button check right now, but maybe the the wish is going to be granted with a Eustace mirror match coming in here. That would be really interesting.
We may actually be out here playing. No. We're out here button checking.
Yeah, we're button check. We're button check.
The extended button check.
Yes, yes. They went into the Call of Duty 1v1 Rust, and now they're actually going to be queuing up for some TDM. So
360 no scope.
Yes.
No camping.
Yeah, see if this is truly the case. Yeah, it is truly going to be Eustace Mirror. So this is going to be a fun one. Like we said, these are it is a character that is definitely a loyalist type of pick, but going into a mirror, it's really just going to be a check of like who is more familiar with that loyalist playstyle on the defense, right? Because I think a lot of where Eustace starts to snowball is if you're not challenging properly, and he does get to cycle like his EX grenades.
Yeah,
like
you got to have some character knowledge for this guy, because if you don't, he's going to be doing these bomb setups. He's going to put the sticky on you and then do some shenanigans, and you might just find yourself dead before you know what's going on.
Yeah.
Victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Here we go. CrookedTricking. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Yeah, that 2H is fantastic.
CrookedTricking out here performing maneuvers. Kerzy getting that knockdown. And this is where it starts. Bomb set, full combo. Look at this damage.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Catches with a grab. One more mix-up.
Hey, oh yeah. Nice. Man, I really love the utilization of jump light there, because light always has the lingering hitbox until landing. Really made it a perfectly timed kind of jump over that fireball to guarantee a punish. That was cool.
That was pretty slick. Jail, such an active button in this game.
Uh-oh. Oh my gosh.
No conversion.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of damage left on the table there, but it's okay. Kerzy in a very comfortable position, have quick trick corner. Cricket just gonna get out of dodge, rightfully so.
Makes his way out of the corner, but not out of the woods yet. Big life lead on the side of Kerzy.
Okay, yeah.
Bomb.
Bomb plant. Oh my god, here's the overhead. Kerzy.
Not quite enough.
There it
The
is.
meaty. Catching the button. Kerzy taking game one.
Yeah, Kerzy looking really good out here. And I think there was an initial type of playstyle that Kerzy was like, I'm going to zone. But then once they transitioned and decided to go on a little bit more of the offensive, they saw how beneficial it was. They were like, oh, okay, I will just go on the offensive and see how much I can ride this way to victory. And it ended up being the right play.
Lancelot.
Hey, yo.
I remember this man in the initial patch, back before he got nerfed every patch for 100 years. This character was scary.
Yeah, 1.0 Lancelot, to this day, I'm probably going to have a nightmare tonight about the old 66C, the just full screen neutral tech, because that thing was absolutely disgusting.
Lancelot was just vibe check the character at all times.
Yeah, and I mean, the mix was fantastic. EX Fireball was great. Like,
his reversal was his reversal was such a meme back in the day.
Yeah. Still look good in this game, though.
Yeah, it still kind of is, but.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. So CrookedTricking making the switch.
Nice anti-air. Getting the conversion. Ooh, punished. Counter hit. Yeah, that's where the scary stuff starts. Okay. Nice. Checking that overhead.
Ooh, okay, the 660 to get out of the corner. Okay, I like it.
Kerzy just playing patiently.
Yeah, has the life lead, doesn't want to commit too much. It's a little bit different than the Eustace mirror. Sitting on a life lead and forcing Lancelot to get in might be the right play here. So just got a little bit of more of a defensive approach.
Forcing CrookedTricking to try to make his way in here.
Oh, gets caught by the low. Got trying to find anything in the super. Does have that bomb explode conversion this time around.
Pops over the low there. Kerzy on match point.
Yes.
Eustace ordering a pizza.
Battle 2.
Good match snack. Nah, Kerzy has like been cycling, seamlessly through like an offensive defense style approach. This time he's gonna turn it up, taking a fight to CrookedTricking.
Yeah, recognizing CrookedTricking, pressing a lot of buttons, so just going for meaties, counter hit setup, stuff like that. And this could be a one Oki setup into the game. I don't think this is going to kill, especially if it doesn't connect.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's going to do it. Kerzy taking the set.
There it is. Yeah, solid stuff there to Kerzy. As I said, really just kind of choosing the game plan that worked best in the moment. We saw a little bit more commit to the zoning play styles, like fireballs, 2Hs and stuff, and then, off of a successful round, be like, okay, maybe I'll switch it up to go more on the offensive this time around. And both of them just kind of like really finding their own momentum in different ways. It was a really impressive showing.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, Eustace, such a cool character. Why do you think that he is as underutilized as he is? What do you think keep people from wanting to play Eustace?
I think it's a little bit of the Cagliostro effect. I also know that like when Eustace first came out, he wasn't perfect. Like there were definitely some significant issues as it came to his tools and his overall game plan. Those haven't changed. And, he has been kind of fleshed out a bit more, and those patch notes have helped him. But he still is, as I said earlier, there is a bit of like a skill ceiling to him that has yet been tapped. It's just been showcased, like in theory. And I think it's similar to like a Jeff situation. As soon as like somebody takes to that character and like shows, hey, this is Eustace. Like maybe he'll, kind of gain some followers or some copycats, whoever that player is, and we see him more in the limelight. But yeah, I truly don't think it's a case of the character being weak, just a case of players being kind of set in their own ways, not spending that time with the character to kind of flesh out his game plan yet.
Yeah, Eustace might just be waiting for that one player to have a breakout win at an event to get everyone thinking, maybe I should take another look.
Right, right.
That's something we've seen in the past over multiple fighting games. Like, as you mentioned, Cagliostro was kind of explored a lot by Zombie. Like in older KOFs, Duolon was not understood to be as cracked as he actually is.
Yes.
Until all at once is like, oh, this character is nuts.
Right, right.
And who knows? Maybe Eustace is the next character that is going to be realized at some point.
Yeah, I can see it, especially like, there's nothing confirmed yet, but it may be likely that another patch is coming if we're doing more DLC. Like, if he gets another buff or like another patch where he's like winning, like, eventually it was all gonna add up. I can do that.
Oh, no. Good luck in Mystery Game.
Thank you. I can't wait to see what lies ahead for me.
It is a mystery. The mysterious game.
All right. Well, since Crackin Atkins is going to play Mystery Game, as well as we have Kerzy jumping into this next match, which I am so not ready for. Let me catch up on everything real quick.
Who's Kerzy playing?
Kerzy is playing Shuaboo.
Shuaboo versus Kerzy. Shuaboo, very, very, very strong player. In a lot of the tournaments that have been streamed in the last couple years, we've seen many Zombie Shuaboo grand finals.
This looks like a button check.
Definitely a button check.
Yeah, thank heavens. I thought I had to rush that person. You're good? Okay.
The mystery of Mystery Game is sometimes you don't even play it. Crackin Atkins, return to the mic already. We have a Shuaboo match coming up here. Shuaboo is I don't want to put too much of a fine point on this, but in a lot of ways, Zombie's rival in this game.
Oh, no, yes, no. Whenever these two, with the exception of CEO, right, but like whenever those two are in the same bracket, it is highly expected that they're going to be in grand finals, or at least winners finals. And it's just been kind of the story of when is Shuaboo going to be able to get the better of Zombmu in a grand finals. Like, I think it has maybe happened once in the past couple months or so, but from the ones that I've been commentating or spectating, like, it's always Shuaboo gets so close, so the Zombmu's just able to ace it out.
Tough. Like, it definitely, Shuaboo Zombie matches really showcase what we were kind of talking about earlier, is just Jeff's inhuman consistency.
Yeah.
And it just seems like the scale has been tipped in so many, I'm sure for Shuaboo, very frustrating ways. There's been many matches I've seen where there was just one drop, and Zombie has come back from like 60% life.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's it's the fighting game player's curse to want to say if this one thing hadn't happened, things would be different, and just kind of sideline the other 99% of the match. But their matches do come so close. It's hard to not think that way sometimes.
Exactly. No, that's like dangerous territory, getting into like the linchpin mindset of just like, oh, if I got that, I would have had to set, and especially if it like continuously happens.
It's a brain trap. It's poison for the mind, but it's so hard not to do sometimes.
Yeah.
Eustace.
But this is not Zombie versus Shuaboo yet. And it might not be, because this is a bracket and anything could happen at any point.
Indeed, indeed. You know, going up against Kerzy with that Eustace, you know, we were talking about how rare of a character Eustace is. So, and Kerzy played him pretty well in the mirror, just as we saw in the previous stream match. So, we'll be interested to see how prepared Shuaboo is for it. Now, Shuaboo, similarly to Zombmu, I know has a ton of characters in their pocket. I'm not sure if they tried the Eustace, but I do know Shuaboo is SoCal. We do have Kidaron that has ran Eustace against him recently in some brackets I've ran.
So there's a very, very good chance that he is at minimum ready for like the layer ones.
Yes, yes, yes.
And here it is, just the 6 offense, so overwhelming. Like, we talked about UL being a pressure monster earlier, but kind of like in the back of my head, even while I'm saying that, it's like, well, I mean, 6 is in the game, so can I, you know, is this really accurate?
Yeah, 6 is such a fantastic character design in terms of how layered the offense is. Like, the wall dives and the check situations of, like, the way they construct the record and everything, it's fun to see it play. Shuaboo plays it magnificently, like.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, the nothing personnel kid just teleport behind with the throw punish. Shuaboo, please.
Battle 2. Engage.
That quick round 1. There it is. That double hit off the jump in. It's so tricky. You can't autopilot your defense against this character. Because there's so many times where 6 does stuff that looks like a lot of other things that happen in this game that have like kind of standard canned answers, and they just do not work against the options that 6 is able to put out in their pressure.
Yeah, definitely. And that's one of Shuaboo's big strengths, even from like previous main. Like they used to play Source, and like there's a similar type of ideology of like when he gets started, he just cycles his options so well to kind of keep you guessing. I think this character really lets Shuaboo shine because of the kind of library of options that has at their disposal.
It was personnel this time.
Yeah, get the check. Oh my god, just a parry shortly after. Kerzy couldn't unfortunately find a knockdown there, as Shuaboo will be able to take game 1.
Yeah, that dominating offense, just doing so much work.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Let's see. Yeah, I think Kerzy has been, we've seen the right side of the screen for the vast majority of this match. There's just been an aspect of Shuaboo getting Kerzy to the corner pretty convincingly. So, like, you see Kerzy trying to fight back, avoid that fate. I think the longer they keep it in mid-screen or just kind of keep Shuaboo off of them, they'll see a little bit more success.
Yeah, you cannot let Shuaboo get started.
But I mean, it's easier said than done. Shuaboo just slowly but surely working his way in. Saying, okay, no more right side of the screen. We'll go to the left corner.
Well, gets caught by the EX. Big damage.
Okay,
Recognize probably not going to kill. Instead, goes for a better Oki situation.
All right, got Kerzy, you know, utilizing a lot of the tools off the minus frame challenges. Like, oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, it's not enough recovery on the jab.
There it is. Yeah, just a non-committal option, keeping it fail-safe there. And Shuaboo gonna be a round away from being able to take this.
Yeah, just this overwhelming offense. Not giving Kerzy a chance to set up, get it to neutral. Shuaboo just immediately putting them into the corner once again.
Okay. Oh my gosh! Really loving that fireball to interrupt the flip. Shuaboo coming out advantageous on the clash. Right back into the corner we go. Strike throw situations all over the place.
Well, this could be big, and there it is again. That double hit from the jump in. Life total very low for Kerzy. One more hit. Confirmed into super. That might be it. It's going to be it here. Does not get it, though. Kerzy has another lifeline, but the lifeline was cut short, and I think that's just it. I think Shuaboo wins 2-0.
That would be correct. Yeah, Shuaboo doing a fantastic job of that side of just, I mean, we talk about game plans, we've talked about all night character by character, but just really kind of letting that 6 rush down shine of like, getting their game plan started, you know, just overwhelming oppression there on Kerzy. And Kerzy in the second match did do a good job of like establishing a little bit more mid-screen control, but Shuaboo is just able to kind of like traverse and navigate around, you know, whatever gaps that are left in the neutral game to just get things right back going again. Just such a swift adaptation.
Such clean play. A reminder to us all why these zombie Shuaboo grand finals are so common.
Yes, yes. I mean, we're talking like not even just like two of West Coast strongest, it's like two of North America's strongest players, like in the form of those two. So, yeah, really, if you're a betting man, you can't go wrong with betting that those two are gonna go far. Like,
yeah, I'm definitely very interested to see kind of how some of the sleeper would be the wrong word, but like in GranBlue specifically this game. Compared to those two, almost everyone is a sleeper.
Right.
And I mean that with, like, no hate or condescension, but they're just so proven to have run into each other in grand finals so many times over and over and over, every single event, that, like, they are the players to beat.
Oh, yeah. You know, consistency is key, and, like, consistency is definitely a big aspect of both of them, of just how dominant their performances do look time after time, to where they just like really kind of implementing that they are a step ahead of like a lot of the crap of like players that they come across. So, you know, when you have that type of like consistent skill, like one tournament after the other, it's just like it does get to that point of what you just said, you know. Sick. Okay.
Good luck, my friend.
Thank you.
Character select.
So, Crackin heading up to fight one of the two pillar men. Cagliostro has entered the match.
Are we surprised? I mean, I think we're bound to see it at this some point in the tournament. Cagliostro, unarguably a top 5 character. Some will say top 3.
Good. A character that was arguably slept on in older versions. Jeff definitely seemed to think so, and then she got turbo buffed.
Right, yeah.
So a character that was already probably pretty good and people just didn't realize it, getting enough buffs to make them just kind of obscene.
Absolutely. I mean, she has arguably the best button in the game, her far H.
Far H is such a cracked button. We were talking about it earlier, but it's rare in that buttons like that usually at the tip miss hits. Like you only get one hit or maybe two or whatever. It just kind of always gets all of its hits.
Absolutely. And it's the fact that you can just late cancel it into 214L.
Yeah, so you don't have to, like, a lot of characters when they press buttons like that, they have to kind of like buffer in the super. Like Gran, for example, you press the 5H. If you want to get 5H into super, you kind of have to pre-buffer it and hope they run into it.
Right.
Cagliostro, she gets to have her cake and eat it too. She presses the button and she gets to decide, am I just turning it into a super and killing you because you got hit, or am I getting my free pressure?
Yeah, it's, you know, when you have a million years like that, and just on top of just her traps, and just being able to just have like, what, 3 different good anti-air tools, a good mix-up, it's just, it becomes overwhelming at sometimes.
And she gets combos off her grab, which is like kind of a, you know, it's the GranBlue icing on the cake. Not most characters don't get to do that. The characters that do have an additional huge layer of threat to grabs, meaning you have to respect them even more.
Right.
And with a character that has so many gimmicks and tools and weird stuff, having that as well is super big.
Oh, absolutely. And the fact that she gets it pretty easily, the other characters who do get combos off their grabs really have to work for it.
She gets to like do a combo into the EX traps and use one of the traps in the combo, and then the other is there in order to enforce the threat of that grab. Like right here, the first trap was used in pressure. There was a world where maybe a grab happened, and that trap would have been there to get a conversion off it. That sort of thing. Nice stuff, using the rock charge in order to eat a fireball. That's the big rock.
Yeah. And there we see it multiple times so far already in the match. We see putting that far H out there, seeing if Crackin Atkins will run into it.
A little bit of a stagger there. Crackin Atkins not biting.
Good reaction, hitting the traps on the focus attack.
And this round, we've just seen Zombmu has been rotating the traps in such a way that they're just always there. And that's one of the big things about Cagliostro that's so good, is that even while they're on the screen, the cooldown is still ticking down, like it's coming back. So it just feels like they're ever present sometimes.
And that's what sets the good Cagliostro players from the greats, you know. I've tried it out myself, and you know, it's not easy. You know, despite her being a very strong character with all these tools, we see the super
good. That was so
reaction.
Good. Recognizing the situation, seeing, you know, the trap is behind me. I haven't been grabbed ever. It's the perfect situation for Zombie to run up and do some business. And Crackin Atkins was right.
Yeah, and that's one advantage that Catalina will have over Cagliostro. Cagliostro doesn't have a DP. Obviously, wait until she has super, but Catalina can do it pretty much whenever.
Yeah, very big difference.
Yeah, no confirm.
This sort of situation where you're at 5H range, forced to eat this pressure, that reversal's not going to do you a whole lot of good. Just incremental damage from these pokes. And once again, as soon as the traps are gone, they're back up.
Yeah. And the anti-air close 8.
Big conversion. Zombmu with a huge life lead here.
Zombmu does not really need to commit to anything crazy. Huge life lead, but does anyways and pays off.
1 round apiece here.
Battle 3, engage.
Nice fireball, stopping the traps. Zombmu been pretty consistent in charging the rock at just the right time to eat a fireball and just get that rock set up. Once it gets to maximum size, it has so many hits, it's so big. Getting that conversion there from it, it's such a pain to deal with as a fireball character.
Gets out of the corner, switches sides.
A little bit too high, not quite getting the conversion there.
That's
overcommittal there with the EX, but not a huge punish.
Corner, those traps can be kind of scary. No anti-air. Back in the corner with the help of the traps.
Nice job getting out of the corner, but the hit connects. This is going to be pretty scaled, so it's not quite going to kill.
Tag at this range. No, chip is probably the most scariest thing you have to worry about at this point.
And what do you do? Like, trap's already back.
Oh, big jump and does not work out. I respect the option.
You got to take a big risk there.
Yeah, right.
You don't really have a whole lot of choice. It's the kind of thing where either you do that and Zombie makes a mistake and dies, or you don't do that and you just get chipped to death at full screen. And by that, I don't necessarily mean that exact thing in particular, but sometimes it's kind of just this weird, almost checkmate situation where your best bet is to make a risky gamble, because if you're going to lose anyway, you might as well take a line of play that can maybe get you a win.
Absolutely. There's a bunch of risk and reward fighting games just as a whole. And when you're in a situation like that, down by 50%, you have to take it. And we see a good conversion to the corner of ECU Super.
Look at all that damage.
We're going to see the setup.
Level 2 rock too, so Zombmu is going to be able to do a bit more pressure. Oh, and that's going to kill.
And the pillar catching Crackin by surprise.
That trap had to be on its way out at that point. It was out there for so long.
Battle 2, engage.
Just
pick up off the traps.
What a hero.
Corner again. No punish on the teleport.
Jeff is just at this ideal range. Sitting outside of any space where Catalina can counter poke. The traps are such a problem for Catalina because she can't really use one of her like 3 tools that she has in order to close great amounts of distance at once.
Absolutely. Very annoying. Some characters being how command dash slides, Catalina not one of those characters. And
big block there. This is gonna kill.
And it's with
already doing the fist bump. Doesn't even have to wait to see.
Doesn't even see it now.
That was a match that really shows off how good of a counter zoner Cagliostro is.
Oh, absolutely. Just being able to just, as you said, keep those traps up consistently, make it just scary to move. You know, it keeps the character that doesn't have full screen options like Catalina, it just keeps them in check.
And like the fireball war in those matchups is interesting because in a lot of matches like that, you know, you trade the fireballs, nothing happens. But when Cagliostro trades a fireball, she levels up the rock. So, like, you are losing. Well, you're not losing ground, but you're letting Cagliostro gain momentum every time you throw a fireball. So you feel like you have to move in, but you can't move in because of the traps. So for Catalina in particular, it's just so hard to do something to stop Cagliostro from just sitting full screen, laying traps, and leveling up that rock until you have to deal with one of the best projectiles in the game.
Yeah, you know, you said it perfectly. Again, that's what makes Cagliostro one of the best characters in the game. I would say top 3. Some people say top 5 only, but just being able to, again, like we saw earlier multiple times throughout the match, using the rock to stop the projectile as a free way to just get up those traps, put out the rock, make sure you don't get punished for it mid-screen.
Good luck with your next match coming up here on stream. JJ, the hero of legend, has brought me boba. Shout outs to JJ, who's given me life. I almost spilled it, but it turns out there's a big plastic lid on boba for dum-dums like me. We almost saw a tragedy here. I didn't even have to say it out loud. I could have hidden it from everyone watching here, but this is the type of honesty you only get from Winter Showdown 8 at Akihabara Arcade.
Yeah, the thing I heard
Colorado.
when I sat down was like, this is going to give me life, and then I was just like, oh man, but you're about to kill the stream. Like,
It's going to give me life. I didn't say anything about the stream.
Oh man. Yeah, Zombmu, that guy's good, man. Like, I don't know what else to say. That guy's good.
It's a particularly troublesome situation for Catalina, where you can't coup droit the trap over the traps.
Yeah.
And if you try to do do a fireball war every single time, Cagliostro's fireball gets better while yours stays the same. It's a tough situation to deal with. I do not know how I would approach it as the Catalina player.
Yeah, I was really like just completely lost because like even I know that I can hit the traps, but he was so on point with like the pins. I was just like, I'm getting punished for like any time I move. Like I have no idea how to navigate this.
That's what I meant when I was saying like some players sometimes have the option on deck. Not Jeff, he just always has it.
Yes.
Speaking on deck, though, we have this next match on deck. Zoe, the character that I would be playing if I had enough of a brain to play this game. Love this character. Zoe's very cool.
Yeah, she is awesome. Just like the dragon and what it brings to her game plan, and on top of an already solid kit by herself, she's just really fantastic to watch and really a treat for some of the high-level Zoes out there. So
and she's got some really mission-critical buffs over the last few patches, too.
Yes. Yeah, the buff to her EXDP type move is really nice.
And just even the Rekka just kind of is very, very consistent now. It used to be at like very, very tip ranges. You couldn't get the knockdowns you wanted. You couldn't get the conversions you wanted. Now it just kind of always works.
Right.
And that the A-Dragon is belligerent.
Yeah, we see the dragon just kind of holding it down.
Maybe the best projectile in the game.
It's quite nice.
Without any setup. Like Cagliostro Rocket level 3 probably is just the best fireball, but like Zoe just needs the dragon to exist.
Right. Yeah, just do it. I love the idea of that far heavy. If that was Catalina, said Zoe might have hit. Oh boy.
Dragon is dead, taking a nap. Learning dirt and going to bed.
Yeah, utilizing the B dive, the gap close against Kerzy, Alaude. Need to be careful with the risk that they take here. On the verge of death in terms of chip.
Oh, did they do the follow-up?
No, they didn't, but they didn't spot dodge.
Yeah, they got chipped.
Yikes.
Tragedy.
All right, well, yeah, Kerzy got to be able to take that game on. A bit of a close one. I really like some of the Alaude's decision-making of gap closing over the fireballs with the B dive, but see how the shapes out here in this game, too. Starting us off the knockdown.
Good stuff. And that grab.
Again, yeah, that's been a constant. Just utilizing that dive to get over the ground game and just kind of get into a more advantageous range for Zoe. I like that.
It's such a sick move. It's plus on block. It's got a really good anti-air invuln. It's definitely the type of thing where you need to 2H it a couple times to tell the Zoe player, please stop doing that.
Right, yeah.
If you don't, they're just going to skip neutral with it over and over and over, and it's going to feel like you're just totally unable to keep them out. It's one of those very knowledge check sort of things where you have to like very quickly say, no, you must actually play neutral against me, please.
Definitely. I mean, just like the neutral skip plus on block like EX special is just something
Combos
that,
on hit.
Yeah, if you have a counterplay for it, definitely utilize it, because if not, why would I not use this every time it's ready, you know?
Yeah, like it's your job to make me not do this.
All right.
Just taking the corner situation once again, getting so much work off of that. Back throw, taking the corner. Enough dragon meter to be a real pain in the rear.
Yeah, I love Kerzy doing the 2U check on the lightning plays to just make sure that they weren't taking any unnecessary pressure. Kerzy doing a fantastic job of counterplay. They're really kind of slugging it out in the mid-range. Oh my gosh.
And here it is, the
Oh, what? That thing reaches to the heavens?
it's so it cracks the sky. It's an insane 2H. It also combos into the super on normal hit. So if you just jump at Zoe when she has this much meter, well, not anymore. Right. You just get hit by this. The downside is the super has slightly lower damage than most supers, but it's slight enough that it's not a big deal. Empty low, and that's going to do it. Dragon, actual anime set play in a game where it doesn't really exist.
Right. Making it happen. Okay, yeah, no, good stuff too. Alaude just kind of getting their momentum started. Good dragon usage, and then just yeah, I really feel like that EX dive is going to come back to hot Kerzy if they're not able to shut that off as an approach option for Alaude. But this time around, Alaude has been winning the ground game.
Yeah, they're just doing such a good job keeping things under control here. Dome clipped. But this is where it starts. Eustace, another very powerful set play character in a game where set play is kind of a second-class strategy. Not much dragon meter left. This is Kerzy's time. But once again, that EX just doing so much work.
Yeah, it feels like that dive.
What a conversion! That
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was a perfect anti-air conversion there from Alaude just to make sure that they're able to end off that round. Yeah, that dive at first felt like it was reactionary. Like Alaude was like reacting to Kerzy throwing fireballs and then just kind of going for it. Now it's like preemptive. Like that wasn't a reaction at all.
That was a bar for sure.
Yeah, he just has an idea of when to utilize it. It's been money every single time.
A little early on the EX Lightning. If you kind of do it at the same time the laser hits, you don't really get the plus frames to get back in. They're just so far ahead in this set. This is how the world changes, though.
Yeah. Oh, imagine being 2+.
Oh, catches him pressing, and that's gonna kill.
I'd say so. Oh, just
crack the sky.
Beautiful stuff. Yeah, Alaude getting the 2-0 victory. Interesting, too, they used Zoe this time around. When they were previously on stream, they rocked Vegeta, so showing that they have a wealth of a character pool. Always kind of useful for a tournament situation, you know?
Maybe they have favorite matchups, too.
Yeah. No.
Like they prefer Zoe for Eustace. Do you think that Zoe does better against Eustace than Vegeta does?
I think so. Just generally speaking, I don't know what I would say, but for the way Alaude played it, we could definitely see that he had a very distinct idea of how he wanted to approach that. Of like that he is going to set up Dragon, but the utilization of that dive was such a big factor of that matchup that I think that's what they were planning to do all along. So now as far as like how that matchup actually goes, I would think Eustace has a pretty good counterplay for that, especially once Alaude started doing it a little bit more preemptively and less reactively. Eustace's 2H is fantastic. Like it's like snipe that out, this guy's going to get huge damage for it. But
and it's also minus if you don't do the EX, but
right.
Alaude was just, they had the timing, right? They had made the reads, and it was it was the opponent's job to say, no, stop doing this.
Yeah.
And it just never materialized. And if you're doing something and it works, you keep doing it.
Yes, absolutely. Especially in the tournament format. First to two, like having to make those quick on-the-spot adaptations is what makes these tournaments so hard. Is just because like you need to be able to adapt on the fly in a games or rounds notice. So pushing the issue as the person that is advantageous is definitely something that you have to utilize. You know, it is what it is. These are the games you play.
Right.
Oh man.
Turn your life on the line in 2-minute blocks with a single dropped set to keep you alive.
Right.
The stress and the beauty of a fighting game tournament.
Definitely. Yeah, really kind of thankful for this fighting game tournament, Winter Showdown 8. It has been, like I said, this is my first one. I will definitely be back. I am loving just the representation of games here. This venue itself is super sick. My first time in Colorado. Colorado's been cool. So.
We got another one.
Winter Showdown 9, you got me. I'll be there. Oh, man. And I mean, the caliber play is fantastic, too. I see these two that are just sliding into the stream setup here. This is Shuaboo and ChrisG that's going to be happening here soon.
Yeah, this is one of the more interesting matches I've been looking forward to in this bracket. Because we've spent a lot of time just acknowledging how dominant Shuaboo and Zombmu are in the GranBlue scene. If there's anyone who might be able to punch up against them here, it's a player of ChrisG's caliber who has done so well over their fighting game career. It's so many games, just powerful base level in fighting game.
Yes. No, ChrisG is like I said earlier, if you see them in a bracket, it's not somebody that you can sleep on by any means necessary. My only concern is, like, out of everyone in the bracket here on a character spread, I don't know how familiar ChrisG is with some of the newer DLC characters, because this was definitely a game that he was grinding when his first set came out. I'm not sure how much he plays it recently. So fighting 6 is a very terrifying experience if you're not aware of all the options, and a 6 of Shuaboo's caliber, because he's like one of the best players of this character.
The best 6.
Yeah, so it's
not just like playing unfamiliar against 6 is scary, because 6 is kind of knowledge check. It's real even if you have the knowledge, but if you don't, 6 can be knowledge check the character.
Right.
But against just some of the strongest 6 you can maybe see anywhere on the planet Earth, scary to go in there without the matchup experience. So like you said, we're going to have to see, is ChrisG aware? Do they know?
Yeah, and I imagine that's the way that Shuaboo is going to approach it. I imagine, like, a lot of the first rounds are going to be feeling things out, going for some scenarios of some knowledge checks, like going for Rekka, going for wall dive, seeing how ChrisG kind of reacts to that. But I will keep saying it, you can never count out ChrisG, especially on the adaptation factor. I saw him play in a multi-tournament not too long ago. I know that he has a minimal amount of time in that game, and some of the things that he was able to find solutions for in the moment was super impressive. So,
yeah, this is not their first rodeo, and they are just ready to make fundamental adaptations, even outside of just character specifics. But this is a start that Shuaboo is looking for.
Yeah, and you see just the snowball of offense here. When Shuaboo gets started, it's such a hard person to stop, as they're going to be firing away with a perfect start out here.
Yeah, like, fighting, it's often said that fighting games are a conversation.
Yeah.
Shuaboo is right now asking some questions.
Yes.
Like, hey, do you know about this? How about this? But are you ready for this? Are you verified? Do you have a license to play Jita? Or am I going to have to suspend your application?
Oh my gosh. Hopefully ChrisG isn't on a expiration date in terms of being a licensed GranBlue Fantasy Versus player.
License and registration, please, Jita. Are you licensed to wield that sword?
For real.
Ooh, big counter hit. Chilling for a second, just kind of seeing what's going to happen.
Yeah, I like the idea of the counterpoke there from ChrisG with the 2-in. There's no Rekka initially. They actually went for the Rekka on block, but, you know, it worked. We're here.
Yeah, low life for both players. This is a very scary situation. Jita's super good at just turning one errant poke into 1,000,000 damage just because of how both of her supers function.
Yeah, really on the next kicker for him here. That could be the end for Shuaboo. You can see Shuaboo kind of fighting back. Gets the knockdown. This is where he's super scary. And
death, probably.
Oh, no!
That probably was a load bearing, probably, but it did end up in Shuaboo's favor there.
Yeah, it gave me a little bit of anxiety. I'm sure Shuaboo had the same, but was still able to dig deep and close it out. Game 1 going to their favor. ChrisG trying to fire away with a little bit of aggression here at the start, but just met with some great counterpokes and back to the corner situation for Shuaboo.
Yeah, ChrisG definitely being put in a situation on a day. Oh my god, counter hit, big damage. One more hit, and this is going to be set point for Shuaboo, going to get that perfect. Yeah. 5 golden letters, as they say, like 7 years ago. Is that reference even salient anymore? I'll never stop making it. Just a set point.
Oh my god. Yeah, you just Okay, this is what I wanted to see, because there's been a lot of 2M counterpokes from ChrisG, but none of them have been in Rekka. That's huge, because you want to be able to not only fight your way out of the corner, you want to get a knockdown so you can actually trade places. So good that ChrisG is ready for that now.
And it's very important to make the opponent scared to roll the dice in those situations. Because you're getting the counter pokes, but you're not converting them. There's really no reason for them not to just keep doing the same stuff over and over. Because if it works, you know, you kill them. And if it doesn't work, you get hit for 1 damage.
Yeah, you know, exactly. Case in point. Shuaboo, just a singular strike those situations needed. Maybe a little bit mistimed the Oki. Actually corners themselves. Yeah, you can see Shuaboo is not taking any risks. They're like, I don't want to get countered. I don't want to get opened up. Just wait my turn, find my counter poke, and seal the deal. Because any one of those hits could have went into a SSBA where you're just talking about Zeta damage. So Shuaboo well aware of that possible win condition. Yes, we'll be taking it.
It's, you know, it just goes to show once again, like we were talking about, it's Shuaboo and Zombie. It cannot be understated how dominant they are right now in this game. Like, you can't just be a... ChrisG is an amazing player, and nobody is saying that he isn't, but you can't just be an amazing player in general. You need to be a really, really good GranBlue player to punch up against these two.
Yeah, no, definitely. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I wouldn't be surprised if that was like a winners finals qualifying set to just happen. Like they both have won like 2 matches, so.
Yeah, but we're probably entering the end game for this bracket here.
Yeah, no, I would imagine. But yeah, I mean, I will be excited if it does culminate that Zombmu and Shuaboo are in winners finals to see how it goes. Like
I would kind of, you know, I'm going to be perfectly honest. Like, I know Jeff personally, so I want to see him win. But the ideal bracket for me is that Zombie loses to Shuaboo in winners finals. So we get to see ChrisG versus Zombie. And then Zombie wins anyway.
Well, we'll see if your dream comes true. I'm going to try to throw a wrench in the plans right now.
Good luck. Fight the future.
Thank you.
All right, biased commentary, Mini Matt, left on the mic. This has been quite an explosive bracket.
Oh, absolutely. Just
Crackin Atkins heading back up there. How much is left in the bracket?
I believe after this is top 4.
All right. So we're getting down to the end of it.
Right, yeah.
It is a. We were talking about just before you sat down, just the level of Zombie and Shuaboo's play in this game.
Just incredible.
They
very precise, movement-wise, both in their decision-making, knowing when to take risks and when to just play it safe. You know, just incredible players.
This game is just such a joy to watch. All right, Zoe versus Catalina.
Arguably the prettiest game to watch.
Yeah, the cinematics and the visual design in this game are stellar. They put so much into making this game look good.
Oh, yeah.
Please give GranBlue rollback. Give this game rollback so everyone can enjoy this.
Absolutely. You know, if it gets rollback, this will easily just be like one of the best games ever. Like, I think it's very easy to get into. It's very like easy to be creative with your character. It's like one of those games where like you can just by looking at just gameplay, you can tell who is playing and who isn't.
It's just so great. GranBlue definitely got the most unfair shake I've seen in a long time with exactly how things lined up. Said before, I'll say again, nobody deserves a rollback more than GranBlue players.
I'm 100% with you right there.
All right, here we go. Learn and/or Dern, I never remember which one it is, out on the field. The dragon is causing some problems. Oh, nice. Throwing him under the delayed lightning. Big punish.
DP. Not going to kill. Pretty really close.
Just enough.
Never mind.
Actual. Is that last hit? Yeah, actual last hit.
That was last hit.
That super does slightly lower than average damage, so I didn't think it was going to kill either.
Yeah.
But Alaude just perfect recognition of how much that combo was going to do. Nice punish.
Crackin Atkins very good at spacing 2 and 4L, 2 and 4M, so that it's not punishable.
Here we are, the terror of the plus on block dragon. Like not a real puppet character, but maybe the closest thing to a puppet character that's in this game.
Yeah, Zoe, interestingly, having Dragon be more like a trap really, but also having a DP, having a fireball, and just
such a solid character, very strong. She just over the last couple patches kind of got all of the problems she had fixed.
Right.
And now she's just very scary to play against.
A very solid all-around character. I'm sure, I'm surprised we don't see more for online.
Battle 1, engage.
Very excited to be able to see a Zoe in this bracket. This is definitely the character that I want to play in this video game.
Good focus for the dragon. No punish on the X.
Ooh, good anti-air. Not quite hitting the micro dash.
And it's going to be a big punish.
Damage. Safe jump?
Go for the safe jump instead.
Dragon meter is tapped out.
This is what Crackin Atkins wants. Not being able to let Zoe charge up that meter for free. Keep her in the corner.
Yeah, this is one of the worst situations for Zoe, but able to sneak out of the corner, get that dragon meter back. It's counter
hit overhead. That's going to be dead. It didn't kill.
Is this 1 or 2 hits from Chip? It is 1. Question answered.
Well, that wasn't chip damage. That was a...
Oh, no, that was a hit?
Yeah, that was a hit.
Ooh, Crackin Atkins on the board. Anti-air DP, nice. Small damage, but put the fear of jumping in them.
Right. More often going for the DP, Zoe able to delay her jump in, like most characters in the game.
Alaude is just so good at finding the right time to use the EX to get in. I don't think I've seen them anti-aired even once using that move tonight.
Oh,
Counter.
good confirm. Gets out of the corner. Back to neutral. Dragon is sent out. Meter's depleted. What's he gonna do here? Pushes him to the corner. Out for the plus frames. What's the mix-up? Jumps out of it. Doesn't convert.
Very tense situation for Crackin Atkins. Very low on life.
And
not quite enough to kill.
Yeah. Choosing to play at a safe distance, and the dragon right there.
The B fireball from the dragon, so good. Huge, catches jumps, extremely plus. Barely costs any dragon meter anymore after the buffs.
Doing a really good job at throwing the dragon, just at keeping space and not necessarily burning all the meter.
Yeah, their meter management has been so clean. Every once in a while, they run out, they commit a little too much, but most of the time tonight, they have just kept perfect tabs on that dragon meter. Once again, connecting. Gets thrown into the corner,
back throw. Corner, this is what Catalina wants here. Neutral jump to bait out a button, but doesn't capitalize off of it.
Nice jump in, recognizing that the JH hit a little too early to combo, but unfortunately.
Oh, doesn't get the skybound.
Oh, that's gonna be hit.
Oh no!
What an
Reacting
anti-air.
to the jump.
Finish.
Flavor blasted.
And that is going to be 2-0. Yeah. Still, but despite it being a 2-0, it wasn't a completely one-sided set. Again, Crackin Atkins being able to play the neutral game very well, not letting Zoe get her meter for free. But
Just clinched it out in the last second, right where it mattered a couple times. But in a bracket, that's what counts.
Yeah.
It's a very solid match.
Yeah, very exciting too. You know, able to see, you know, just very good reflexes, reaction time is really great.
So is our top 4 Alaude, ChrisG, Shuaboo, and Zombmu, or is there another match before that?
I believe that's it.
We are.
Unless,
all right. We have gotten some info from the stream overseer. We were mostly correct. There is one more match still. ChrisG versus Plastic Mac to decide which of them takes their place in top 4. ChrisG is playing in another game off stream, so we're taking a quick break here before we get back into it.
yeah, I mean,
And
definitely need the break. I mean, just too much exciting GranBlue gameplay, right? Yeah.
if this has been just back-to-back incredible matches.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's just all the more reason for people to get into this game. It's not that hard to get into. Cheap now. The game's $20 now on Steam.
Yeah, pick it up.
It's
Invest in the future of rollback.
absolutely. You know, I spent probably $130
Yeah.
on the game.
Aren't all the DLC characters rolled in now?
It's $50 for both DLC.
$50
So
for both
it's
DLC. This is the time to buy. This is the time to
Exactly.
invest in GranBlue.
Absolutely. It's the time.
It's a buyer's market.
And if more people buy GranBlue, it's the more likelihood it will get rollback.
And if it gets rollback, you're not going to regret it.
It looks like
Shout out to the GranBlue versus Discord. They are constantly in there helping out new players, setting up matches, coordinating online events. It is such a tight online community. They work so hard to help new players get acclimated. So if you do decide, you know, now's the time to get into the game, I'm going to invest some of my time getting ready for the potential future of rollback. I want to learn. This is absolutely a game where you want to get into that Discord and get some advice from the community, get some help getting into stuff. There's constantly lobbies for this game set up too. Like, it's not a hard game to find matches for.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Every Wednesday it is lobby night, so go to New York Lobby 1. There's always a bunch of people in there.
New
Very
York
helpful.
Lobby 1.
Yeah, New York Lobby 1. So if you are West Coast, the connection is really not that bad. However, I do know that sometimes it's ran at Wednesday night fights. Some people do host lobbies and there's more private lobbies in the West Coast. Definitely get into the community, get them out there. There's 2 different Discords. There's the GranBlue Discord, just the general one. There's also a competitive one, which does host all the tournaments. This is where they host lobby night, and people will help you and get into the game.
And so we're going to be going on break here, if I have my information correct. So everyone stay tuned. We have more Winter Showdown 8 coming up for you soon. But for now, we're going to be going on a quick break.
Yeah.
Character select. Cagliostro. Shees. Framo. Cagliostro versus Shees. Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage. Character select.
Winner Showdown 8 GranBlue Fantasy versus Top 4 action coming right at you right now. We've been building up through the polls matches, and we got some heavy hitters in this top 4. Excited to see how it all comes to conclusion here because, man, it's been a fantastic tournament thus far.
And here we have, you know, the legendary clash.
Yes.
Shuaboo versus Zombie.
Yeah, as far as this match happened in the winners finals, it was Thanos. It was inevitable. Like it was gonna happen. So, but you know, first 3 out of 5 set. You know, this is gonna be the winners final side. So that extra game to adapt can always kind of give some extra terms of adaptation. But yeah, this has been a set that we've seen time and time again, usually going in Zombmu's favor. But both of them have been playing fantastic at bracket. It's just when you have a matchup like this, there's so much knowledge each player's going to have of each other going on already, you know?
Yeah,
like
just both character and player knowledge.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see how this match goes. Is Shuaboo going to defeat their demon, or is Zombie going to show them why 6 is afraid of 7?
You're amazing. We'll have to see.
Well, it looks like number jokes are happening already. Zombie already getting that clean life lead. Big 40% the moment the match starts.
Okay. Yeah, we're just seeing the setup shop, you know, the traps on the ground, getting those rock levels up as well. And just putting Shuaboo in a world of hurt, but finds the counter poke out, quarter positioning. Amazing defense here from Zombmu, just being unshaken by anything thus far.
Red Tech, a classic.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah, Shuaboo is ready for the teleport stuff. They've seen it a million times. They're ready to call it out.
Yeah, very good stuff. A good eye for that. The life bars are pretty much even. Oh my gosh, yeah, the active frames of that parry, able to get the latter half of that 5H. And now Shuaboo working on it.
Grabs. One thing we've seen from Shuaboo that round that was really good is stuff like doing the JA to clear the traps just proactively. Very, very good management of the trap situation, as only somebody who has been grinding in the Cagliostro matchup for so long is ready to do.
Yeah, and like what's so funny about these two as well, not only just like grand final sets that they played a lot in, they play a lot of casuals. Like these two are like some of those active members in like Zombmu's literal Discord. Like they just they have grinded out this matchup quite a bit.
5H the button, the legend.
It's quite nice, you know. Okay, big confirm here with the EX Fireball. Gonna be putting Zombmu in very dangerous territory. Like the next strike throw could be fatal potentially. Turns the tables.
Ooh, there it is. That clean side swap into double trap conversion.
That kick. Oh,
nice patience. Zombie was ready. Does this kill? I think it does.
I would say so. Yeah, the SSBA no less. Turn him into a statue.
This man, statue, yeah.
Yes. Winky face.
Twitter pose, let's go.
Love
Social
it.
media.
Yeah.
Cagliostro looking to get 1 million followers by the end of the month. I really do love how the statue just stays there at the end of the round.
Right? Like it's just you're immortalized. Like that round, like that is your legend now.
You're a statue now. Good for you.
Okay.
Nice punish. This big.
Oh my gosh, that catches the spot dodge. This is actually a big amount of cash out to get. Back into the corner we go.
Soul plus.
Oh,
air trap!
What?
It's both combo!
What is going on? What a pickup from Zombmu!
Uh-oh. Big damage. This isn't gonna kill him. I don't believe. I don't believe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, spot dodge. Red tech. Oh, just a little too early there. Shuaboo going up. 1-0 against Zombie.
Yeah, I mean, they started out fire in that first round. It looked like that they were coming into this set with a good amount of confidence. And, I mean, in the second round, too, they were just basically maybe a mix or two away from being able to take it. Zombmu was just able to clutch it out, but Shuaboo's looking really strong right now.
Yeah, this is a great start. Big conversion.
Yeah.
Huge damage, take the corner. Trap is almost back up.
That did like 40%, my gosh. All right.
Ooh. Nice.
Yeah,
one thing that Shuaboo has been doing real good with is just kind of rotating that in situations where they're at minus. Just saying, I might do this sometimes, but not too much that they're getting killed for it.
Yeah, it's necessary, you know, it's just necessary to keep that game plan in mind so that you get more freedom later down the line with your offense.
Nice dive again. Shuaboo has been so good at utilizing the dive kick and the JA in order to just keep the traps in check. And they're going up on a... I think this is not set point, it's 3 out of 5 because it's winners finals.
Correct, yeah.
They're in a great position.
Yeah, some solid momentum build here from Shuaboo. It's really in a massive turn of events for previous sets. It feels like the pressure's on Zombmu right now to kind of just put it into this Shuaboo snowball that's going on.
Oh, getting the counter hit. This is a good round for Zombie. Just needs one more hit. Good counter.
Man, can't believe that hit from that far out.
Pressing the button. No fakies allowed in this house.
Yeah. I think Shuaboo was trying to run a little bit further to bait out maybe a fuzzy mash option for Zombmu, but Zombmu just mashed immediately on wake up, rightfully so.
The mash was a little bit too fuzzy.
Yes. Okay. Catapult plays corner. This is very advantageous positioning here for Shuaboo. Keeping this Cagliostro locked down. The EX Rekka gonna be tagging out the teleport of all things. Zombmu actually in a very precarious position here at the moment.
Traps are out.
Okay,
and again, just clearing out those traps whenever possible. Shuaboo's trap management has been so good.
Definitely.
And again, the dive kick to beat the ground traps.
No way. Yeah, just one more hit here for Shuaboo to go up 2-0 over Zombmu, and there it is.
Shuaboo has been so on point with exactly when Zombie wants to set traps.
Right.
Clearing them with it. Not clearing them, getting over them, countering with the dive kick. Like, this is play that only happens when two people have played each other so often.
Yeah, this is impressive. I mean, like, the big thing about this set, this is definitely one of the pivotal times that I haven't seen very often where Zombmu is out of their comfort zone. Like, they usually are just so ready for, like, the matchup and just having, like, the right answers and everything, but Shuaboo has been really kind of dictating the pace of this entire set, let alone the game count, you know?
Yeah, it definitely feels like Shuaboo currently has just the right reads and the right momentum. And it's up to Zombie to make just a big change to get Shuaboo out of that comfort zone.
All right, yeah, charging it up, has a massive rock throwing it right now, looking for these final hits, trying to confirm to that SPA.
And this could be how it starts. Oh, just a little bit misspaced. Put him in the circles. Zombie on the board.
Yeah, just had that trap insurance, as we could call it, of like not really having to commit too much, and Shuaboo just trying to flail their way out. Ran into a little bit of a spiky trap there.
Sometimes you're trying to get out of the corner, and you end up in a circle.
Yes. Okay, but Shuaboo, oh my gosh, yeah, was not ready for the teleport that time around, but previously kind of on point with it, but still utilized those parries, getting out of dodge.
Zombie pressing.
Yeah, not falling for any tick those situations. Oh my god, off the 2U, went for the empty confirm, still got it, but
counter.
Parry, getting caught with the trying to go for the G-Bag, it's no hit, nothing.
Maybe thinking that Zombie might try to bite for a throw tech.
Yeah. Okay.
Zombie looking to take their first game here, but it's never over till it's over. Oh, the shimmy!
What are you reaching for? Reaching for your life? I'll take that handily. Zombie move. Put it one on the board. Yeah.
All right, 2-1.
All right.
Again, what a good clear on the traps.
Okay. Delete tag. Try to go for another one of those shitties. This time, Shuaboo too smart for it. A
Good
knockdown.
counter.
Wow! What a...
You can't throw me if I'm in the air.
Man. What a throw escape situation. Not only to like escape the throw, but also switch sides, not be have the back to the corner. That was a good idea.
Tech. No tech that time. Shuaboo's grabs have been pivotal to their game plan.
Yeah.
This set. Oh, gets the frame trap. Ooh. Not EX, so not too much damage.
Oh my god.
Tricky stuff. But the grab, once again.
Really trying to test Zombie's willingness to block and have perfect defense.
Zombie has been having so much trouble reading these grabs.
Yes. Just like Shuaboo has been able to layer the offense so well, they're finding so many opportunities to close the gap and put Zombmu under pressure. And it's like, Zombu's defense is impressive, but it's just like, how right can one person be for that long, given the amount of mix-ups that Shuaboo's been able to create? As they did, they have the corner positioning. Plus frames all day.
Oh my gosh!
Luckily, didn't get punished too much for it. Another late tag.
Very shimmy. Oh, the counter hit. This is big. This is large. This is death.
Zombmu. The clutch factor there. What a beautiful air-to-air conversion to bring it back. They're still not in the best territory here. Shuaboo's still around away, but that has to feel good to land.
This is a load-bearing round for Shuaboo. I've got to imagine he does not want to go to another game here.
Yeah, you know, just seal it out right here, right now. The roll under Zombmu.
Ooh, great counter. Zombie waking up with the jab, low committal option, able to block the neutral jump. Uh-oh, big hit. Like, we talked about this earlier, but this has been kind of a theme in some of the Shuaboo Zombie sets, where Shuaboo gets real close to winning, and then, well, something like this begins to happen.
Yeah, we're seeing it kind of come to fruition here.
Oh, what a grab. This could be everything.
What do we have? Shuaboo right here, right now. Late tech. Oh my god.
Pressing buttons. Zombie stops, recognizes the threat, and there's the jab. And now they're in the last game. And it could happen. It could be like this.
It could
be the reverse 3-0.
Shuaboo was looking so good in the first 2 games, but Zombie was just dug deep. Found exactly what they needed, and now we're all tied up. I can't believe it. This winner's finals going down to the wire.
This is how you want to start it.
Oh my gosh.
This is how you want to start it too, the sequel.
Yes.
Double trap problems, good counter.
Man, Shuaboo's counter usage has been on fire, just getting out of really sticky situations.
Yeah, the only time Shuaboo has really been getting punished for it is when it's been kind of like the RPS after their minus. But when they've been using it as a reversal, they have a very high percentage here.
Yeah.
And that's, again, the type of thing you see when 2 players play each other a lot and just understand the pressure habits. This is probably death.
Yep. Gets the EX Fireball straight into the SBA Shuaboo.
Set point for Shuaboo again.
He's on set point, but can he close it out this time? Zombmu just seems like the CAG that won't go down.
Think your head. You think you got him, but it's never over.
Yes. Need to stay so present-minded in order to end this, because Zombmu, if there's one thing you can guarantee, they are in it to win it. Shuaboo looking for these hits.
Big counter hit. Nice delay with that teleport. Uh-oh, big punish on the parry.
Yikes. Oh my god, yeah, tried to go for the reach. Imagine that was a back throw to go back into the trap, just a little bit misspaced up for Zombmu. A pivotal error as they're in the blender now.
Ganajin, let's go.
Oh my god,
Turtle. Oh, this is gonna kill. This is gonna be it.
it's close.
And there it is.
And there it is.
Shuaboo takes it with the maximum damage. Confirm off the install super. Shuaboo winning 3-2, knocking Zombie into losers.
Oh my gosh. Did you jinx the bracket mini match? I remember right before we took the break, you were like, I would like to see Shuaboo taking over Zombmu, put him in the losers, and then the ChrisG match happens, and Zombmu comes back and wins it all.
I just want to see Jeff play more.
I mean, understandable. If there's any way that we're gonna make it happen, that was the way. That was such a tense winners finals, and like just given the context of like Shuaboo almost closing it out each and every time, Zombmu bringing it back.
So sick. Like,
man,
I love watching those two play.
Yes.
This game is such a joy to watch.
Whew. GranBlue Fantasy Versus in 2022. It's more likely than you think, man.
And so I think next we have Alaude versus ChrisG.
Possibly. They might have played off stream if I'm not mistaken. I'm not quite sure.
I thought they already played, but maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I got it.
confirmation. It is Alaude and ChrisG heading up.
Cool.
Zoe versus Jita.
Yes, potentially. Yeah, we did see Alaude earlier with the Jita pick. It seems like they're just more keen on the Zoe as of late for the matches they've been playing out. So I'll be interested to see how it goes. You know, Zoe, another one of those characters that I brought up when ChrisG played Shuaboo, a little bit more on the DLC end of things. So it'll be interesting to see how ready ChrisG is ready for a Zoe pick. But
Zoe is definitely a knowledge check character.
yeah.
The stuff she does when she puts you in the corner under a laser is, you know, it's mostly reactable and you can deal with it. Is Jita a character that's tall enough to get hit by the fuzzy?
Oh, I would imagine no, but I don't know that for certain.
Yeah, for those of you watching who are unaware, Zoe has this really strange setup where she puts you under the dragon, does a JH, cancels the recovery with, I think, like the spot dodge input or something, and then does a rising JA. And if she does it correctly, the lasers pick you up off the fuzzy and you die.
That's cool.
But it only works on characters that are tall enough to get hit by it.
I see, yeah.
I have no idea if Jita is tall enough. I would imagine not. She seems kind of short.
Yes, that's what I would imagine as well.
Zoe.
Oh boy.
But
Jita.
you know, outside of that, a lot of the stuff under the dragon is, you know, fairly reactable. There's some grimy mid-beam throw setups, stuff like that. And it's the kind of stuff where even with being unfamiliar with it, you would imagine a character, a player like ChrisG, who, you know, can tech throws, can block slow overheads, might not get tripped up by it too much.
Right. Well, here we go. Loser semifinals. Alaude with a big 2H anti-air. Into the corner we go. Oh my god, committed to the entirety of that record. Alaude trying to take their turn, punish for it.
Stagger pressure.
Yeah, just keeping up the offense. Whether it's on block or on hit, ChrisG is like, as long as I'm able to dictate the pace, it's pulled by me. Gets the big jump in.
Beam. Spending.
Boop, boop.
These are the weapons I've amassed by playing GranBlue for 40 years. Oh no, they only played GranBlue for 39 years.
Oh no! Good amount, because there's a lot of damage at the end of that super, so a good amount of damage that's on the table with ChrisG. As Alaude sneakily escapes the corner with that super jump.
All right, big plus frames. But there's not a lot of dragon meter. They back off a bit, not wanting to spend the last of their meter preemptively, and that grab is going to put ChrisG on the board.
There it is, yeah. Okay, so yeah, ChrisG missing a little bit of damage off the SBA, but not being deterred, you know, just working a little extra hard for it, but it all pays off at the end.
Go through the fireball. Dragon is on the board. Nice neutral jump. Neutral jump. Maybe unlicensed.
Yeah.
There's the overhead setup. Misses the conversion by a little bit and ends up in the corner for their trouble.
Okay. Oh my gosh, yeah. Alaude had the right idea with the counter poke off of CrookedTricking pressure. It's just an airborne hit, really hard to confirm into anything, so they haven't been able to skip this corner for it.
Another block on the overhead.
Oh my god. CrookedTricking's offense has just been really hard to contend with.
Well, this time we've been grinding the Eternals out. Recruited all of them. Okay. My account is 8 years old, and I have the character exclusive skins.
There we go. Pass it out. And yeah, it looks good to me. I mean, really, like, CrookedTricking's offense has been the highlight of this entire set thus far. Of, like, how they're finding their way of getting in on Alaude and just constantly mixing up with strike throw situations. Like, Alaude's not really being able to get anything started with the Dragon or with Zoe, for that matter. Oh, no!
Frame trapping with EXT. The big baloney.
Oh, man. Okay.
I would imagine that 5H was supposed to be a dragon. Uh-oh.
Okay, but not the biggest punisher in the world. You know, the only thing kind of missed there for CrookedTricking is like a lack of SBA for the future, but could have been a lot worse.
All right, Dragon is out. Very low Dragon meter. Good conversion by CrookedTricking.
All right, yeah, keeping the strike those situations going, cycling through, even throws in a 5U in there. I saw that. Oh!
Ooh, interesting interaction there. Plus frames. Not quite getting the run up. Chip damage is a threat here.
Yeah, man, no,
there it
is. Chip territory, so it's going to be on Alaude to either spot dodge or roll away from that. Very good checkmate situation founded by ChrisG. They're a round away from taking this one to the losers finals.
It's such a scary situation to be put in.
Yes.
You have to make a huge commitment one way or the other.
Yeah, a commitment that you don't necessarily want to make, you know? Like, oh my gosh, speaking of commitment you don't want to make, the whip throw. Alaude didn't go for the full combo, actually went for a run up throw to get a little bit of a reset.
What a round so far. The Zoe things have happened.
There it is. I mean, this is that's a round that Alaude really needed, because like it just felt like no matter how much work they were able to do in a round, ChrisG was always kind of pushing the issue. So getting a little bit of momentum on their hands now.
You know, as someone who plays a lot of set play characters, a round like that is a real mental pick-me-up.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a minute. I'm the one who dictates the game here. I have the dragon. It's my turn to play with the Xbox.
Yes.
Mom said you have to give me the controller.
Indeed. Give me the controller and put yours down, because the vortex is coming. Oh my gosh, another hit with the whole SBA!
Unfortunately, they did the 2K first, so they couldn't run up and get a big conversion.
Right. Oh, but what a button! Alaude?
Chip is a problem here.
I'd say so. Look for EX Lightning stuffed out.
And there's no dragon, so they can't just shoot a few beams. But there it is, dragon back. 2K, 1-1. This is back to 2 out of 3 because this is losers semis.
Yeah.
So this is actually a last game for both players here. Tournament lives are on the line.
Excited to see how this plays out. Alaude fighting back, making the necessary adaptations. And yeah, a lot of the ChrisG confidence that we saw from earlier, because like they were making some really big calls, right? A DP outside of the chip territory as well. You know, DP on plus frames or minus frames. So see how this shapes out all together.
Ooh, gets grabbed.
Like that.
Alaude has been losing a lot of dragon meter, getting hit with the dragon out. And there it is. Stern taking a nap.
Yeah, utilize this EX record again.
Oh, wow, what a chase.
Yes. Okay.
ChrisG ready, the 2M, not quite ready to convert.
Yeah.
Oh, big hit.
Oh. Oh gosh, man, Meta spitting this mid-range is getting like really, making me really anxious here at the moment. Goes for the dragon setup, ChrisG jumps out, but just goes the 2M.
Plus frames. What a clash.
Oh, no way.
They do it. Are you ready to press your inputs? How old is your GranBlue account? How many Gislas do you have in your grid?
I've been playing this game for
not
years,
enough.
but not enough years, baby. The grind continues.
You needed to farm Magnas a little bit more, ChrisG.
Oh, the Arcanum. Ow.
Oh, no.
Alaude somehow able to gatekeep, getting the 2M.
ChrisG not fully uncapping their Magna summon.
I hate to...
Are these jokes hitting for anyone?
They're hitting for me! I know exactly what you're referencing there. The real GranBlue grind.
Oh, getting the meter back there. I love that under. Oh, ChrisG saying, no, it's my turn to have the corner.
Yes, oh my gosh, and a turn that they're taking, just on fire here off the counter hit conversion. EXDP knockdown.
Patience from Alaude.
Yeah, I really am a fan of the way that ChrisG takes turns. Like, all the minus frames, rather than like going for buttons, they just run up and take space. And like, they get the strike throw going from there.
Alaude is doing such a good job keeping that dragon meter exactly where it needs to be right now.
Yeah.
But if they get hit one time by ChrisG, A, they probably die, but B, they lose the dragon.
Indeed, indeed.
They get one more dragon move this round, and that's it.
Ooh, so no more dragon. ChrisG going for just the EX Rect that finds it. It gets the corner positioning. The next strike could definitely do it.
5H. No, it's going to whiff, and that's it.
Man.
Alaude is going to move forward, knocking out ChrisG, and now they will face Zombmu.
Oh, what a heartbreaker there. I feel like ChrisG had the right presence of mind to do something invul to interrupt the EX dive. SBA was just not the option. Maybe
it was too
SBA, actually.
It was too soon.
Yeah, yeah.
They made it's a classic thing where if you have the read, but you do it too early. Like, I know whenever I'm in that situation, I'm always saying to myself, man, I was too smart.
Yeah.
My brain was too big.
Yes. Not only had the right read, I did it immediately.
Yeah.
You know, there's a statement being made there. Don't look
so
at my health.
right
but...
that I was too early.
Yes. Oh, man. A fantastic set altogether, though, man. Like, it really felt hard to predict who was going to be able to take it all in the end. Because, like, ChrisG was so dominant in the first game. Like, it was just a matter of the right-up game and putting a lot of the constant pressure, but Alaude just getting a better feel for the mid-range neutral game and really kind of bringing it down to those final interactions where it could have gone either way. But
I think, like, the real big deciding factor there was just ChrisG missed quite a few really pivotal conversions.
Yeah.
Like, got a few important counter pokes, but didn't turn them into a Rekka or a super, and just the economy of damage was very slightly enough in Alaude's favor for them to be able to close that set out.
I could see that, especially with, we called on this earlier, some of ChrisG's tendencies even off of the 2M, they sometimes go for EX Fireball or like just a regular Fireball, and it's just like, you know, if you're able to hit confirm into those Rekkas, get the maximum amount of damage possible and the knockdown, that is really the kind of turning point that you want in those situations where you are going for a counter poke in the first place,
So here we are, Zoe versus Cagliostro.
Yes, this will be a fun one. Dragons versus traps, you know. But I mean, I would imagine that I don't know. There's actually a lot of interactions in this match that I have a lot of questions about. So like, if Zoe is throwing her dragon and Cagliostro like throws the rock, what's the interaction there? Like,
I believe what happens is that I think the dragon gets stopped, but the rock keeps going if it's leveled up sufficiently.
Oh, I see.
Don't quote me on that, though.
Yeah.
I'm a big GranBlue player.
No, I'm sure that the interaction is going to happen a lot here, and based off of who's advantageous on it, it's going to dictate a lot of the pace of the matchup here. But Zombmu is coming out
so much
swinging.
damage.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Mid-screen, no less. Like 40%. Come on now.
Cheap. You heard it here first. And second and third.
Okay, got the 2U, just fully committing. Zombmu.
Ooh, throw setup. Throw setup 2.
Yeah,
chip damage is just such a problem here.
Yeah, this is just such a dangerous territory to be in if you're Alaude. Like,
oh my god, this is gonna hurt. This is like 60-70% life.
Yeah, just off the universal overhead counter hit, just going straight to the SSBA. If there's a comeback that you need to make under these dire circumstances, this is something that you do want to cash in. It's just still kind of a tough spot to be in, as the spikes do make place with a lot eventually.
Yeah, the moment they blocked that 5H, it was pretty much done.
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah. So Zombmu did a fantastic job of just kind of like bringing and whittling Alaude's life down so low to where by the time they were able to make an action, it was from a very dire comeback, you know, only a hero type of situation. So Zombmu looking to kind of emulate that as we're found in the corner with throw loops all day.
A little bit of a shimmy. Alaude doesn't fight.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
big hit. Is this going to be enough? No.
Not quite. But yet again, you know, Zombmu has done so much work on Alaude's life bar to where Alaude is getting the chance to fight back. But it needs to be near flawless if they want to make this comeback. So far, so good.
Good block. And the corner belongs to Cagliostro. Oh my god, the jab.
Just tapping the shell like, oh, can I open you up? Nope, nope.
Hold this rock, please, and this rock, please, and this rock, please. Ooh, not quite close enough, and Zombie is ready to punish.
Oh my gosh, yeah, just a tick pressure there. I think it was just really kind of knocking on the door and seeing when Alaude was going to answer. Because, I mean, eventually, just like it's again, like Zombmu gets these huge life leads. You know, corner positioning is just like really good offense to where by the time Alaude is able to fight back, I'm not going to say it's too little too late, but it's a really hard task. Like,
yeah, it's a tough hill to climb. Nice grab there.
Hey, sets up the EX Lightning. Alaude finding their first points of momentum here in this match.
Beam setup. No, gonna get a little more dragon meter. Doesn't want the dragon to go away. I respect it. They have a huge life lead. They do not want to be wrong about their Oki setup and then suddenly have a huge neutral disadvantage with the dragon being desummoned forever.
Right.
I liked that choice. A little bit of a hedging your bets. Very, very good stuff. It pays off. Alaude takes the round.
If Alaude's going to be able to keep that going here, Zombmu. Ooh, okay, the late tech and that mash afterwards. Very, very ballsy, but absolutely right there for Alaude.
The late overhead.
No way! Perfectly timed teleport to be completely away from the EX dive, Zombmu. Stop it. Another late tech. Can you open up this little girl? Is it possible? Like, okay.
SSBA on deck. A scary comeback mechanic.
Jeez, yeah, like
it's no X Factor Marvel 3, but the fear of that blue health bar and the SSBA doing such a chunk of damage is always in the back of your head.
Okay. Just to confirm, I don't imagine we're going to SSBA quite yet. What's the threaten it as a kill condition?
Nice delay and the throw into the trap. Even if that throw hadn't killed, there was going to be an SSBA coming in afterwards.
Yes, that's what I'm Zombmu, of course, you know, to save the SSBA so that and setting up the traps as well to where like literally the next strike throw is going to be a kill no matter what. So good recognition of the situation.
Whoa!
You gotta be kidding me!
Air grab, let's go. This really is a Guilty Gear character.
Excuse me, Zoe. Side swap.
Zol bad guy. The only villain here is Zombmu, putting Alaude in the corner and making Alaude hold a situation. Zombmu's iconic whiff punish.
Yes.
Going up 2-0. This is back to 3 out of 5. So it's not over yet. But the character select shows a small crack in the confidence of the Zoe pick.
Yeah, I wonder what Alaude could be thinking here. I mean, we saw the Judah earlier. Oh, they're going all the way to the Narmaya. Really?
Very cool character.
Yes.
But now stop me if I'm wrong, because this may have changed over the last few patches. But people generally I've seen saying Narmaya has like a couple issues. A little bit of consistency problems sometimes with her damage.
Yeah, in terms of consistency and damage definitely being the big thing, she is still in a niche pick type of territory when it comes to the overall meta of GranBlue. Still capable of doing a lot of stuff. It has a lot of tools at her disposal that are quite nice in terms of her range and also the projectile as well, which unfortunately was kind of nerfed, but shouldn't have too big an effect on this match specifically. It's more of like typical projectile interaction, but
let's see if this is the counter pick for Cagliostro that Alaude needs to change the momentum.
Hopefully. As of right now, utilizing that long range. The Butterfly Warrior.
Punish.
Ooh, backdoor to the trap, hook it up.
This isn't going to kill, but it is going to be very, very close.
Yes.
I don't believe in this. Yeah, there we go.
And just that'll do it, bro. The confidence, Zombmu feeling it. They only need one more round. Alaude on this Narmaya counter pick, just kind of putting all the faith here. Hopefully they can make it happen. Let's see.
And this is just, in a lot of ways, this is just kind of the holistic risk of a counter pick. is that you kind of have to warm up with the character you've swapped into, and your opponent has just still been playing their character the whole time, right?
Yeah, especially in a first to three situation where you're down 2, you need to come out swinging basically, because you're basically putting all the faith in being able to reverse sweep. So, oh my gosh, far but H counter hit confirm. Alaude trying to find these hits, navigating around everything pretty well thus far.
That's not going to quite be it, but chip damage is a concern here, and there we go. The teleport clinching it out for Zombmu.
Zombmu 3-0 in the losers finals, just looking. I mean, we were talking about it in the winners finals of how those first 2 matches looked like non-Zombmu centric matches that were just very distinct of like, he's not dictating the pace. But right when they go to the losers finals playing against Alaude, that was just, you know, more of what we expect of just Zombmu just being completely in control of everything, just having a good flow of match. And they're in their spot for a run back against Shuaboo.
This is definitely a match to watch.
Yes. Yes.
Zombmu is coming in from losers against Shuaboo. And if there's anyone in the audience who's not familiar with how a double elimination tournament is set up, just a quick rundown. In order to be the winner of the tournament, you have to knock everyone else out. And it's an important distinction because when you come from losers bracket, the person you're fighting still has both of their tournament lives. So you need to beat them once and knock them into the losers bracket, colloquially referred to as the bracket reset.
Right. And
then you must beat them again to knock them out. So Zombmu has to win 2 3 out of 5 sets before Shuaboo wins a single one.
Yes. Easier said than done. But like, if there's anyone that's going to be able to do it, it would be Zombmu, especially we've just been building it up so much of like the amount of play that these two have had against each other. So, I don't know. Oh my gosh.
Vera.
That's right. He has been working on Vera.
This is the kind of stuff Jeff does. I never believe in it, and it always works.
He has definitely been grinding out a pocket Vera ever since she has released. He is quite strong with the character. Picking it in a grand final situation where he needs to reset the bracket is, I don't know. There's a reason he's up there and I'm not, but it's going to be very, very intriguing set to watch here.
I'm interested to see. Vera's a character that I am not super familiar with. Not seen a whole lot of very high-level tournament play of this character.
Right.
But in general, Vera has some very, very tricky mix-ups. And she kind of has an interesting install. Like, she's a very momentum character. Once you get to the point where you get your Chev merge activated, she becomes kind of Izanami, Blaze Blue, not Izanami, Izayoi-esque. She kind of feels like that character where she plays a more reserved, sort of zony game until she turns her install mode on, and then she's just doing shenanigans.
Right. Yeah, I'm interested in the ideology around the pick here. I think it's just to bring a completely different flow of just like, all right, you showed that you were very comfortable against Cagliostro. Do you have what it takes against my Vera? And let me tell you, this Vera is practiced. Grand Finals, winner showdown, Shuaboo, Zombmu. Oh, here we go.
Shuaboo taking very immediate momentum.
Yes. Zombmu. I was going to say, has access to an EXDP now, not access to just a stifled reversal game in the form of Cagliostro, but Shuaboo aware of that situation as well, gets the punish.
Beater on the side of Zombmu, but at that mythical chip pixel, and there it is.
Speak of the devil, chip damage kill as Shuaboo goes up on the first round.
Shuaboo currently not roadblocked by Vera, but that's just round 1.
Yes.
Who knows what'll happen as this set continues forward. Counter hit. Not a conversion there.
Oh my god, Anti-air behind the back.
Jabs have been activated. Counter hit sweep. Here's Luminera.
Oh, this is a command throw too!
And here we are. We have entered the install.
Okay, so yeah, this is big for Zombmu. You know, getting the command throw to go into the install means that you maintain your SBA gauge, makes the powered up Vera that much threatening.
Oh, good
Thank
block.
God for the block button. All right, Shuaboo, turn the tables, has access to SSBA. This next mix can be pivotal to late tech. Another late tech. Zombmu holding up with your life.
Oh, and gets hit by the cancel. Shuaboo going up 1-0. Will Zombmu stick with Vera?
I don't know. It looks like they're thinking about it. They committed.
Believe in victory.
They have committed. Oh, boy. Yeah, I mean, especially in that round 2, things are looking really good for Zombmu. Getting into the install that early and having access to the SBA just didn't quite close out. But Shuaboo feeling it right now. Just on a train of momentum and looking to run away with it as far as they can.
Good defense, but you can't block forever. And with that jump out being clipped, Shuaboo is going to get a grip of damage here.
Yeah, and I think you hit the nail on the head. You can't block forever has kind of been the name of the game with the sets between these two of like Shuaboo constantly finding those offensive situations, just keeping Zombmu under pressure, testing that defensive muscle.
Merge activate.
Oh boy.
Oh, the Shimothy neutron.
Oh man. Looking for it again. Jimmy Turner. Yeah, oh, back into the mid-range.
Nice counter. Once again, the counter doing so much work for Shuaboo. Ooh, not a full punish, and Zombmu is going to pay dearly and get knocked down for a round. This is a tough situation for Zombie.
Kind of do or die here for Zombmu if they're going to make it happen with this Vera, and really needs to find something now because Shuaboo is currently looking to run away with it if at all possible. The approach has Shuaboo's back against the wall, but for how long? Shuaboo just fighting right back out, the counter poke.
Again, go for a bit of a shimmy, not connecting.
Oh boy, yeah, Shuaboo's back against the wall. Good resiliency here thus far. Just looking for the perfect opportunity to escape. Oh, but just a little bit misspaced.
Thrown out of the set play.
There it is.
Zombie not wanting to hold the situation on a day. We have merged with Luminera, and we are out here performing maneuvers.
Nice shimmy. Gets the throw. Zombmu. Trying to crank it up a bit.
Getting that chip. Just one more hit.
Box off from Shuaboo block.
Oh, too easy, says the trophy.
Oh my god.
And Zombmu agrees, catching with that EX uppercut. On the board with Vera.
Yes,
taking a seat, chilling, fulfilling, potentially in the future grilling.
And looking to be killing, you know what I'm saying?
That would be thrilling.
Yes.
And fulfilling.
Indeed.
Oh, but the counter. Shuaboo is taking back the momentum. Zombie running into the Saucer fireball.
Oh my gosh. Dragon Ball with the classes going on right here. Shuaboo also on point with the 2H Atkins, but Zombmu willingness to DP out of the situations has been a real difference maker in this set. Off the class gets to confirm. Shuaboo does the block momentum to get.
Big damage.
Flip out. Oh,
we have merged. Just do it. Make your dreams come true. Oh, just a little too early on the punish.
Zombmu. Oh my god.
Just a bit of unfamiliarity with the speed of Vera's buttons happening here.
Hey, Zombmu has the good positioning. Shuaboo's back to slow. There's not a lot of resources to work with besides the core, but the fierce power down.
Oh no, what a drop.
That has to sting there for Zombmu. They were just on the verge of being able to turn the table, just an input error. As Zombie moves back into
Zombie kind of rolling his eyes just a little bit.
Yes, that cannot feel good.
Making a decision here, sticking with it. Zombie was the first one to say rematch.
Woo.
Attempting the reverse 3-0 with Vera out of loser's bracket.
Could it be Grand Finals? Shuaboo just a game away from winning Winner's Showdown GranBlue Fantasy Versus here. Making dreams come true.
Good pressure.
Good jump in from Zombmu. Gets the activation and activate early on the life bar, but just caught on the toes on the approach. Shuaboo with the wake up buttons.
Just doing so good and not letting Zombmu get his game started with his character. The 5H. Shuaboo looking unstoppable right now.
Yeah, everything is just coming up. Shuaboo slowly but surely. You gotta be kidding me. The DP! That's super hard to punish when she's powered up. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to go for a strike.
Nice block on the empty low. Shuaboo's defense has been so good this set. Oh, that connected? Crazy.
Elite
Red
tech.
tech.
Oh
Is this
my
gonna work?
god!
Is this gonna work? It is not. But they're out. They're living.
Oh! What a way to go!
Look at that look on Vera's face. She's definitely like, nah, not like this.
Oh my. The red up DP, the invul frames for Shuaboo to get. That was. What is going on?
Shuaboo's choices have been so optimized every step of the way here.
Jeez, Zombmu had such a high hit ratio with that EXDP. They thrown out so many in such clutch situations.
Once again, Shuaboo has been coming up on top on those clashes every single time.
Zombmu. Oh my god, yeah, uses the over there to get the free activation. Interesting.
We are merged. The install is active, but is it enough?
Oh!
Nice counter hit jab confirmed.
Okay. Let's see if that's cancelable. Counter hit.
Grab.
Shuaboo. The EX parry.
Tries to shimmy a bit, does not connect. Good spot dodge.
This is so tense.
Very low life for Shuaboo.
Oh, no way!
The Salzer fireball and catches the button. Zombie on the board.
Dude, and Zombmu did that with another. Zombmu has been going with these DPs and the powered up stance because it's a really annoying tool to block. And like Shuaboo, we've seen them go for the spot dodge, but it never leads to like that much damage. So like Zombmu just not being unconvinced to stop going for that when they're powered up with Vera.
Yeah, it's kind of in a way very similar to what we were talking about earlier with the EX fairy dive, where it's the opponent's job to make you stop doing things. And if they don't, you just keep doing them.
Yeah.
But right now, the only one doing things is Shuaboo. That DP is going to get Zombie a lot of mileage, get them back in the game. What a bait. This is big. This is mission critical. Got to get something done. Gets the bait, gets the punish. The counter's going to be back on deck soon, though.
Zombmu really making this comeback. The overhead attempt, nothing. Sweeps, checking all day. Shuaboo feeling the pressure. How has the life?
Trying to be careful about the counter. Oh no, that didn't connect. Is this gonna kill?
Not quite. Shuaboo's still there.
And there's the bait. Zombie the whole time was thinking about that counter. You saw. Very careful not to commit too much once the counter was back. Putting big gaps in the stagger just to say to Shuaboo, I am looking for it.
How does he do it in front of the XDP? Yo, he's really feeling it now. Zombmu really going to make this reverse sweep happen after being on the brink of death so much.
Flat, we are installed.
Shuaboo needs to snap out of it, man. You can tell he's just completely out of his element. These whiffed parries being pushed to this corner.
Doesn't quite DP through it that time. This is very big for Shuaboo. But the sweep, Zombie getting so much mileage off of it. Tick grab.
Oh boy. Zombmu looking for it. The DP, okay, yeah.
Okay, big punish, there we go.
Yeah, with the auto combo.
Not gonna cash out on the super yet because it's not gonna kill. Ooh, interesting situation. SSB, does not get cinematic. That is a huge deal. Nice anti-air, but does not get the full punish. Gets the, God, that hits far.
Yes.
This is a tournament point for Shuaboo.
Can he do it? Zombmu just feels like there's still so much gas left in the tank. Cranking it up whenever necessary.
No full conversion there. Early tech. Nice anti-air. Zombmu realizing there's no way I don't get anti-air here, so they don't press a button to avoid the counter hit. Baits out the parry. And now we have opened up our task manager and installed a Chev. And here we are. One more hit. None more hit. Good tech. The tech is the tech that might change the world. And the chip damage. Is this 2-2? Is Zombie about to reset the bracket with Vera?
I mean, look at the composure of Zombmu on the camera in this game in comparison to when they were down 2. Like, they were down 2, there's a little bit of the eye roll, a little bit of just like, what do I do? And then, all right, I'll stick it up with Vera, but after this, they're looking confident. Rightfully so. Just the absolute momentum shift right now is insane, and it's feeling like it's all coming to Zombmu.
And it feels like Shuaboo may be getting a little unsettled here. Up until this set, throughout the entire tournament, their rate on the counter was almost universal.
Yes.
But we're seeing it get baited. We're seeing them getting caught out here a little bit.
Hopefully not flustered here. Shuaboo attempting to fight back.
Who gets caught trying to jump out. Nice 2H. Zombie thinking that maybe they had gotten over quick enough that the 2H couldn't come out. But they were wrong.
Ooh. Okay, just a full screen install. Nice. Why not? Put myself in my best position right now to fight out for the rest of this round.
Oh, and there it is again, the Abare parry. What?
Oh, the active frames on that is so insane.
Challenge. Shuaboo, back in action.
Oh, no confirm off the jab. Unfortunately, Shuaboo still needing another hit in order to make this happen. Zombmu still absolutely a threat in this position.
Doesn't quite get the punish, but is in a good position. Shuaboo just needs one more good hit, though. Takes Zombie out. Oh, no, they get clipped. This might kill, right?
Not quite. Oh, I don't know. The SSBA.
I'm angry. This does so much damage.
Yeah,
Cinematic. I'm shooting you with my bits. Welcome to Gradius.
Where has Zombmu pulled out this clutch factor from? The bonk of galactic proportions, Vera.
And my axe.
Oh, boy.
Zombmu a round away from resetting the bracket here. And another Abare parry. Shuaboo trying to figure out the right time to use these parries again.
Oh, okay, yeah. A little bit late on the hit confirm off the counter, but Zombmu not being deterred, keeping the pressure going.
Another stagger there. There's so much going on behind the scenes here, thinking about that parry.
Oh my gosh!
And Zombmu has just been right so many times in a row here. Shimothy. Oh, jumping back, trying to bait it out again. Zombmu doing so many things with the explicit intent of making That's the reset. That's the bracket reset.
Oh my gosh! Just the Luminaire setting up perfectly for the DP anti here to get the combo conversion after Zombmu. I don't know where you pulled off this energy from, but that's reset bracket energy as we're going into another set.
Just like that, they are both in the loser's bracket.
I cannot believe it. Shuaboo was on the cusp multiple times. Zombmu committed to this Vera.
Jumps into the EXDP. There's some brain situations going on.
Okay. Shuaboo is clearing their mind, fighting back, trying to reclaim what they previously had.
I am activated.
Long have we awaited the EXDP. So much mileage off for those defenses being up
Jimmy.
Bobby move.
Jimmy Neutron, boy genius. Look at that damage.
Quite a
Once
bit.
again. Nice counter. And what a counter poke.
Oh my gosh.
The momentum has shifted so far into Zombmu's favor right now.
It is insane. They've got so many rounds. They're seemingly feeling like it's unanswered. Like Shuaboo's just been having trouble just getting back into their flow.
Oh, nice conversion off the non-counter hit anti-air.
Indeed, indeed. Another one of those EXDPs.
Zombmu with the power of a reversal.
Flip out. Oh my
what
gosh.
a poke, and gets the full conversion activation.
Why not? With the Luminaire below.
Good block on the empty low, but the counter hit jab. Zombmu so far in control right now. 1-0, and after all that, now Zombmu is ahead.
Yes.
We were at a 2-0 deficit for Zombmu, and then suddenly Zombmu's won 4 straight. Yeah, Shuaboo now the one considering the situation. It's stressful.
Yeah, this is so tough. I mean, like, just the context of all the tournaments, Shuaboo being so close to closing it out, and now they're on the, the end of where they have to figure out how to adapt. And remember, Shuaboo came in here on winner's side by beating Zombmu, so it's like, oh my god, the pressure is on.
Getting the grab, command grab, activate. Good block there, kind of a tricky little situation. All right, big conversion. This is Shuaboo's time.
Okay. Oh my gosh! That thing hits far.
Pressure, poke out.
Okay.
Who challenges is able to take back their turn, but we've returned to neutral.
You can see Shuaboo just taking their time, really trying to measure their approach.
And now the parry is offline, which means that it is Zombmu's turn to play with the Xbox.
A counter poke out, but not a full commit to that EX Rekka. Shuaboo just slowly but surely can push to this corner, recognizes it. Let's just trade places.
Great grab. Red tech. Red
Another
tech.
one. How does he keep doing it? He can't keep getting away with this.
Super jumps out. It doesn't convert. This can kill if Zombmu doesn't drop it. And Zombmu takes the round.
A heartbreaker, man. Shuaboo just taking it so patient, trying to match the pace of Zombmu, but can't exceed the pace of Zombmu. Zombmu's just on another level right now.
In a lot of ways, Zombmu kind of reminds me of like Elvin Shadow and Justin Wong, where they're the type of player where once they get their momentum started, kind of whatever the score was before then seems to melt away.
Yes.
And all that is left is a challenge. Can you stop me from completing the download? Or will I, Zombmu, complete this reverse 6-0?
Oh, looking for it. Another one of those shimmies. Gets the Luminaire.
Runs them out until the throw immunity runs out and then gets the grab. This is a 2-0. This is incredible. After being down 2 at the beginning, Zombie has won 5 straight.
And I had so many questions when he committed being down 2 to staying with Vera. Silly me. 5 straight games unanswered. Zombmu on tournament points.
Remember before this started when I said Jeff always does stuff like this and it always works? It makes me so mad.
Oh my gosh. Let's see if Cruz was able to reverse fate. Another one. Speaking of reversals, man, EXDP from Vera is such a high success rate.
Zombie in the corner. Shuaboo getting the shimmy. This is very, very big.
Yes.
This is how a comeback starts. We saw it from Zombmu. We can easily see it from Shuaboo. Both of these players are very, very strong.
Indeed.
Ooh, does not get personnel. Ooh.
Air attempt. Zombmu was just a pixel away. This is a dangerous man to leave alive. I've seen him do too much.
Interesting low-profile sweep to make the dive whiff, but it wasn't quite enough. Zombmu not able to reverse that round, and this is Shuaboo's momentum moment.
Okay, the sweet pickup here for Shuaboo.
Oh, 5H counter hit gets the second press.
Yo, oh my gosh, that was a big call! Not only doing the command throw to delay timing to make sure that they beat the parry and get a free power-up, that was a Galaxy Brain challenger from Zombmu.
Succeeded. Look at how much damage that combo did.
Oh my
Once
god.
the almonds are activated, this character is terrifying.
This is devastating.
The parry happens, but you know Shuaboo has to be thinking, how long until the EXDP happens?
The snipe? Oh my gosh.
Sir, do not throw your fireballs here, sir. This is a non... does that fireball have a license? Is that fireball going to expire in 15 minutes?
We've been asking about the licensure of bad things all night long. Zombmu may have a ticket to victory a round away. Working on it. The
Jumps
throw
over.
fade.
That was the I'm in your head moment. That jumped exactly.
Woo, all that damage. Zombmu.
There is still a 40% of a life bar for Shuaboo, but the mental guard break I feel that particular neutral jump represents is so huge. Oh, but this is how things might change. Now Shuaboo has the quarter. Now Shuaboo is driving the car. But unfortunately for them, they may not have that 15-minute driver's license. And without a parry and being stuck in the corner, close to chip,
Oh my god!
Zombmu gets it all and does not get the right slot on the roulette. Is this gonna kill, actually?
I don't think so. And it's a lot of damage to take, at least setting up for the next strike throw. Good kill. Zombmu. Oh, gets the counter.
Oh no, he didn't believe.
No one punish.
And Zombmu has the laser. Zombmu can just explain.
Yeah, we
there it is.
That's gonna
No! Is there a punish? No. Chip death situation. I'm on the edge of my seat. Everything I said for the last 5 minutes has been wrong. And there it is! The button! And Zombmu reverse 6-0 from a 2-0 deficit, taking the tournament with Vera.
Oh my gosh, what a way to do it. The last parts of that set, really, I was just holding my breath because I couldn't imagine what exactly was going to happen.
That was so crazy. What a cool game. GranBlue Fantasy is sick. If this does not convince you to pick this game up for 20 American dollars, I do not know what will.
For real. I mean, like, you've just seen the display of so many different characters that we had tonight. Just great players putting out such a fantastic bracket. I said it at the top, a small but mighty bracket, because this has definitely been one for the ages. And what a grand finals to end off. Zombmu is a menace, man.
This is my ideal tournament experience.
Yes.
Jeff losing to Shuaboo, so I can watch him play more GranBlue.
Yes, the mini-map prophecy, ladies and gentlemen.
Even went down 2-0 to get some extra games there. Jeff, if you end up watching this after the fact, thank you very much.
That guy's good, man.
Putting on the ideal show for me, the game enjoyer. But as biased as I am, Shuaboo is an incredible, amazing player. That was such a close set and just a close tournament. Shuaboo put Jeff into losers with Cagliostro. Was very, very close to just taking Zombmu out of the tournament. And this just shows you how close in skill level, how much these two have played each other. Their sets are all like this. They're so exciting to watch.
Yeah.
But I think with that, that's going to be the end of GranBlue Fantasy Versus here at Winter Showdown 8. And BBCF is coming up soon. Another game that just got recently rolled back. Very, very cool game. And that's going to be coming up for us pretty soon after a break here, I think.
Indeed, indeed. BBCF, the Wheel of Fate is turning, and it won't stop turning even 2022. Don't miss that. But Mini-Matt, this has been fantastic. Thanks for sitting here with me.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us here in Colorado.
Indeed. And as I said, I will be back. And yeah, this stream will be back. BBCF coming up. Winter Showdown 8. Don't go away.
Take it easy, everyone. See y'all in a bit.